thanks to the power of CentraCom.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people, and many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years, and there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Hey, what does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. Well, all humor aside, a little plaque can be deadly. Let Dr. Colton Douglas at Douglas Dentistry make sure that a little plaque doesn't cause you a major health concern. Your good health is dependent on good dental hygiene, so make a call today and make sure you get to show off that awesome smile for years to come. Call Douglas Dentistry's new phone number, 435-258-9001, 435-258-9001.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Sanpete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
And welcome you back here to Scranton Memorial Stadium in Scranton, Pennsylvania. How many times can I say Scranton in one sitting? I've been saying it all day, Nate. Got to see a few of the sights of the town. It's an old town.
It is an old town.
As most places on the East Coast are. And, boy, a hidden gem, though. If you're a fan of sitcoms like I am, it was a good day.
Yeah, I bet.
It was a good day. I'm going to try and keep the references to a minimum today after the plethora of references when these two teams played the first time.
Yeah, the one thing that I didn't realize is there's actually 4 university-type institutions in Scranton of a population of about 77,000 people, which in equivalent, you take Cedar City, who has 1 college and maybe a little tech program, now throw 3 more institutions in there. I don't know how they do it, but they're doing it, and it's pretty cool.
They get a lot of they've got a lot of education options here, and a lot of different opportunities. And speaking of opportunities, this is a final opportunity for the Falcons. Coach Mark Duda, who lives and breathes Scranton football, Lackawanna football, has been here for 30-plus years, one of the winningest junior college coaches to ever do it. As we hear the Office theme song playing in the background here as they're honoring the team. This is his final game tonight. There's going to be a lot of emotion, a lot of players. We were talking to the sports information director. He said last week at their homecoming game, after he announced this is going to be it, they had a lot of alumni come back, a lot of former players come back. He's had that kind of an impact in the community, that kind of impact with these student athletes. So really, really going to be an emotional night for them. It's also their last game as a junior college program. They're moving up to the Division III ranks. So regardless of, Snow College's situation, going to the Southwest Junior College Football Conference, this wasn't going to be a rivalry anymore. And it's been a really fun one over the years. Yeah,
and looking back at when Snow College announced that they were getting into the Texas Conference, and then finding out that Lackawanna and Monroe were both leaving the junior college scene, that hurts because those were 2 guaranteed, or at least felt like guaranteed games that Snow could always get on their schedule. And so to lose that, you're really up in arms of what you can do schedule-wise, and so to be able to get into that Texas Conference really helps Snow. I'm excited to see what Monroe and Lackawanna do up in the 4-year programs.
Yeah, that's an adjustment. Big jump. Yeah, that's a big time. Big-time jump. We appreciate our sponsors tonight, Utah Heritage Credit Union, CentraCom, CO Building Systems, Risk Managers Insurance, Cache Valley Bank, Snow College, Mountain America Credit Union, IHC, Sanpete Valley Hospital, Sanpete Steel, Central Valley Medical Center, and Douglas Dentistry. Of course, this is the Snow College pregame show. We'll keep you up to date. We don't have a scoreboard camera tonight. That wimped out on us at Monroe, and so there's not been a replacement yet for that. But we will. This is a simulcast. We are on both KMTI 650 AM and 95.1 FM, as well as CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV on YouTube. So we'll do our best to keep you up to date on score and time. Where it is a simulcast, we were planning on that anyway. So that scoreboard tonight is brought to you by Utah Heritage Credit Union, UHCU, for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Let's visit that earlier matchup this year in Ephraim, Nate. An absolute shootout. Badgers win it 55-38. A lot's changed, though, since the time those two teams met. Both were ranked at the time. Snow was 13, Lackawanna was 15. And then the Badgers had a tough loss to Iowa Western, which was proven to be Iowa Western, right? Sure. Still the number 2 team in the country. Their one loss is to the number 1 team in the country in Hutchinson. But since then, the Badgers have figured some things out. There's obviously the Community Christian game, the 101 points. Sure. That went
107, if you want to get crazy, 107.
It was 107, wasn't it?
106? Oh,
I thought it was 101.
It was 101. I'm sorry.
You're thinking basketball.
I am thinking
basketball got to 117 the other night. So
they're both.
It's been some high-scoring affairs in Ephraim as of late. And then last week at Monroe beat this Lackawanna team and held them to 7 points. So you're thinking, this is going to be a really good challenge for the Badgers. You know, that was such a big shootout. I thought that was Snow's best played game of the season last week at Lackawanna at Monroe, from pure execution, lack of penalties, and by no means was Monroe just a team that came in to roll over by any means. The Badgers just simply out-executed and outplayed the Mustangs up there in New Rochelle, Mount Vernon area in New York, and they're hoping to take that momentum into tonight.
They are, and some of the key things you had from that Monroe game, the defense scored, 2 or 3 times?
2 touchdowns, yeah.
Special teams was amazing. And so for me, this could still be a tight game if the defense and the special teams don't come to deliver as well. You know, nothing against Snow College's offense. It's just been a little bit slow scoring. And so they've really relied on that defense. And if the defense can't find ways to get turnovers and score here, then it could be a tight game. This could still be tight.
Well, it was Jack Thau who got the start last time, but Jack is injured, and Jace Welsh is now healthy. It's literally reversed from last time. Jace was injured the first time these two teams played, and now on the flip side, Jack is hurt. So Jace gets the start. I thought it was Jace's best game, at least since the game early in the season out at Highland. I know Jace had a really strong showing there, but just threw good balls all the way around. There was one specific touchdown pass down the sideline to Jack Dean Burke that was just in stride, on the money. And I know Coach Erickson's looking to take that momentum at the quarterback position and carry it over to tonight.
Yeah, and I hope he can because you know, Jace did look really, really clean against Monroe. He had some really clean balls, whereas in the past he had kind of underthrown, just didn't feel comfortable in the pocket, and I felt like he was a little more comfortable in the pocket for Monroe. So I am excited to see here. He did take a shot in that game and came up a little limp. Talking to Coach Erickson, he should be good to go. He should be fine for today. Yeah,
the Badgers failed to mention this. I went home. I flew back after the game against Monroe and then flew back out late last night into this morning. The Badgers have just stayed out here, and you know that was the plan all along with the Sussex game, and it works out when you've got a great program and a great rival and friend in Lackawanna to extend that olive branch. And then talking to their SID, they also had a game get canceled. So kind of kismet how this all came together. But again, that final score, 55-38, the first time these two teams met, and if you remember, Nate, from that night, Lackawanna got off to a quick start. It was 14-0 like that. Snow had 2 3-and-outs, and Lackawanna drove down with ease. And then things opened up in the second quarter. It was 14-6 after 1. The Badgers took it into half 27-17, including a field goal as time expired with no timeouts. They rushed the field goal team on. That was as clean as I think I've ever seen any level of football, having that special teams unit run out execute the play to perfection and go into the locker room. And then Snow came out just firing in the second half as well. Seth Rigtrup had a massive, massive night. I believe he was the NJCAA Offensive Player of the Week that week. So interested to see. Seth did not play much after that opening quarter last week. I don't know if he retweaked the ankle, what quite is going on there, but didn't get quite as many times. I think they were just being cautious. They had the lead. But Seth you could argue Seth's been the best player on offense this year for the Badgers.
Oh, by far. And the nice thing is you do have Matt Wilson with a lot of experience that comes in, and he does give you hard runs. That's a good problem to have for Coach Erickson when one of them is not producing, the other one seems to step up. Or when one's a little bit hurt, the other one comes to play. So I believe they're both healthy right now, so I'm excited to see how the run game goes.
Interesting on the Lackawanna side, they're down their top 3 receivers, talking with their SID. So a change at quarterback for the Badgers. You'll see a different quarterback than round 1 between these two teams. The top 3 receivers in that game for Lackawanna will not play in this game tonight. So that's something to certainly keep an eye on, and that's tough. When Jacob Tiberi has had a really good season as their starting quarterback, has put up some decent numbers as a freshman. But when those comfortable targets get taken away, it just becomes uncomfortable, to say the least.
Well, and that's kind of one of the things that I'm looking at is right now Lackawanna averages 274 yards per game, and you take away your targets. I'm curious to see if they can still produce those types of numbers. They're going up against one of the best defenses. They're going to have to come with their A game. And they can't make mistakes, that's for sure. Without
question. You talk about that Badger defense. I'm excited to see this linebacking core play one last time, led by Tayson Reed, who missed the first couple games of the season. Now a University of Utah commit, getting a Power 4 offer and then committing for Tayson. Very happy for him. And I was talking to Coach Erickson about this before the team came back east. He says, I'm a little selfish because he's just a freshman. I would love to have him back for another year, but that's, our goal is to get these guys ready for the next level, and Tayson is more than ready for that and has earned that opportunities. One last chance, though, for some of these guys to get some more game on film and get that out to some of these other coaches.
Well, and that's the thing, and I'm sure there's other coaches that are looking at both of these teams, specifically Snow College, to say, okay, you haven't had the best season. How are you going to respond? What kind of player are you going to be? Are you going to just lay down and say the season is what it is, or are we going to come out and play ball? And this is a much-needed game for Snow College, that's for sure.
So on this opening kickoff, Lackawanna wins the toss. They will defer. Badgers going to get it first here. And a chance for this offense, again, with a different quarterback than they had the first time they played, going toe-to-toe with the Falcons of Lackawanna. And, Nate, this is an emotional night for that. Mark Duda has meant, so I can't emphasize enough how much he has meant. Think about that, 32 years as the head coach in one spot. Back in Utah, that Kyle Whittingham's been around for a long time. Lavelle Edwards was at BYU for a long time. That still does not even touch what Mark Duda's done here at Lackawanna. So that's a big deal for them to be losing him, and especially going into that 4-year level, talking with them, talking with their sports information director. He was saying, the plan was for him to coach a few years, but just the way the ball bounced and the way things worked, he just knew it was time. And when you know, you know.
Well, that's it. And I would rather go out knowing when it's my time than have somebody tell me it's my time. And if he's recognizing that, I'm excited for him.
We've got some chit-chat going on out here pregame, and if I remember right, that was a pretty clean game the first time these two teams played. I don't remember there being look back earlier this year for Snow. The Tyler game was very physical. There was a lot of personal fouls and those kind of things in that game. From what I remember, with the first time these two teams played, it was relatively clean. So we'd hope for the same thing tonight. And I don't think there was anything. I think these guys are excited to play on both sides. That's more of what I was saying. I don't think there was any trash talker. I think these guys are just ready to go play.
Yep, they're just ready to play. And you get out there, and guys are excited, and they use the other player on the other side of the sideline to kind of hype themselves up. And, we'll see how the game goes, but I think it'll still stay pretty calm.
Badgers and Falcons coming up here, moments away from kickoff. First time, again, these two teams met. Badgers won 55-38 back in Ephraim on a much warmer September night. I'll leave it at that, too. It's cold here in Scranton, 38 degrees right now.
Yeah, it feels like 31 with the wind.
And there's a light breeze. We saw snow today.
Yes, we did.
Glad I wasn't in a PT Cruiser with the convertible down. made sure that was not an issue. But
it made me a little nervous driving through it, thinking this can be a really cold game tonight. But it's calmed down. It's just cold.
Yeah, it's just cold. Nothing as far as bad weather that we really need to worry about here today. And boy, it's beautiful back east this time of year, though. I was thinking that on my drive in today. From you guys flew into LaGuardia, I flew into Newark. Boy, just gorgeous this time of year up here in the Northeast.
Oh yeah, you can't ask for better scenery. Everything's starting to turn, and so it's beautiful up here.
So Lackawanna to kick. Badgers will receive here at Scranton Memorial Stadium. This is also a high school stadium. They share this with a couple high schools actually that they end up sharing this stadium with. So we are underway here in the Electric City as this kick heads towards the sideline. The Badgers are going to field it far side of the 25 to the 34. 35 as the return man fell forward. I believe that was Lawrence Taylor the fourth. We got some laundry over on the far side.
Yeah, I think
already.
I'm going to eat my words. From the very first play, there's already laundry from a little bit of extracurricular.
So Badgers, for now, looked like they're going to start at the 35. We'll see. And, usually when you see these kind of things it's big brother picking on little brother. Either the last one to throw the punch gets called for it, or they both get called for it. It's never – let's see here. They are going to call this on the Badgers on the sideline.
Personal foul.
So not off to a good start there for Snow College. They would have had great field position. 8 out at the 36. Going to be backed up to the 21 now.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. I mean, everyone's excited, but to back yourself up 15 yards from the get, that hurts. Without
question. So 5 seconds in, Badgers already with a personal foul, and they will start at their own 21-yard line. Badgers in their road white uniforms with the blue pants and the white helmets, orange numbers, while Lackawanna dons the white helmets with the blue jerseys, blue pants, white numbers, and a little bit of red trim on those. 1st and 10 for Jace Welsh in at quarterback. 2 receivers near side for the Badgers. Single receiver far to the left. Single tight end with a single back. Snap to Welsh. Going to give Matt Wilson. Just driven backwards and then falls back forward, but it's going to be a short loss on the play. Good penetration early here from Lackawanna, and a second flag is going to fly in now.
Wow. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. So you've had loss of yards 2 plays in a row, and now potentially even more.
So we'll see what the penalty is, who this ends up being on. It's on Lackawanna. That kind of cancels things out from the original foul on Snow College. So they are going to call it on Lackawanna. So each team with a personal foul, and we're 19 seconds into the ball game.
Well, you never know how things are going to go in college football, that's for sure.
Oh, zero question about it. Badgers, again, looking to finish above 500. There was a stretch, after that Iowa Western and Georgia Military losses, they were 3-4. Knew they were going to beat Community Christian. Last week was starting to be a question mark with how well Monroe was playing. Badgers came out and did everything that they needed to do to win and then some.
Yep.
We'll see what the answer is tonight.
Well, I know Coach Erickson was nervous about that Monroe game because the flights got messy.
Yes.
They got in later than they expected, and so.
Handoff. Wilson, Matt, second level. Big hole for Wilson. Turns on the Jets. 40, 30, 20, and he's taken down as we can hear the coaches in the booth above us getting excited. Usually they're right next to us. We're hearing their feet above us tonight.
They are really excited above us, so we're going to hear them a lot, I think.
I think so. And it's the running back and tight end coaches that are up there. So Matt Wilson, a running back, naturally his coach is happy with that long run. And the Badgers suddenly find themselves in the red zone with a Douglas Dentistry first down. 2 to either side for Welsh, back to pass. Pocket holds, throws a dart. It's high, incomplete. Trying to get that to the intended receiver, Freddie DeBow. They'll bring up second down. What a run from Matt Wilson to set the Badgers up after getting stood up on the first play. Boy, that offensive line took that personally.
And I'll look back to Matt Wilson. I think his best game was actually the Iowa Western game. Even though we lost that game, he played with so much heart that this run here kind of looked a little bit like that.
2 to either side here for Jace Welsh in shotgun. It's a low snap. Give it to Wilson. Follows that lead block left side. A good run from Matt Wilson. He's going to gain 5, maybe 6. Set it up a much more manageable third down. For the Snow College offense, they'll give him 5. Interesting to see what the play call is here, Nate, because this is well within Joseph Brandt's range if you want to take the points. However, Coach Erickson's an aggressive guy.
He is, and I would imagine there's going to be some kind of either a play action pass here or just some little seam route.
So 3rd down and 5, 2 near side with a tight end, single to the right. It's a give to Wilson. Matt follows that lead block, sheds the tackle, falls forward right at the sticks, and he's going to get his second Douglas Dentistry first down of the game. 1st and goal Badgers from the 10.
Well, keep feeding the beast. Don't go away from it if it's working.
So it'll bring up 1st and goal now for Snow College. They'll go with a quick huddle, not a no huddle, but definitely a quick huddle here. Single receiver to either side for Jace Welsh. Single back is Wilson. Now a new play call comes in from the sideline. Welsh communicates, now gets it back. One tight end to either side. It's another give to Wilson. The ball's on the ground, and Matt fortunately picks it up. So after a couple of really big runs for Matt Wilson, now we hear the dismay of the coaches above us. As that's going to be a reoccurring thing. They may go Nard Dog up there and put a hole in the wall, but it's a short loss on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down. Well, more than a short loss. 2nd and goal now from the 14-yard line.
Yeah, fortunately, though, Matt got right back on the ball and saved it there. But you hate to lose or have a turnover in the red zone. That's for sure.
So good news, it's only 2nd down for the Badger offense. Welsh on a jet sweep to Kazon Villa. Kazon tries to hit that outside, gets a good chunk of the yardage back. Oh, maybe not even a good chunk. Just see where they spot us. Maybe only a gain of 2 for Kazon. I thought he got a little further downfield, but then he's going to get it back to about the 10-yard line. So Badgers now will have 3rd and goal from the 10. So that Matt Wilson fumble, how does that settle things here? Badgers going to go empty. 3 receivers near side, twins to the left for Jace Welsh. With 11:29 to go on the opening drive of the ball game, now another new play call is going to come in here for the Badgers. Lackawanna, again, missing some key guys. One guy that they are not missing, defensive back Wesley Conover, as this play is going to get blown dead. We got a timeout or a penalty. I'm not seeing a flag.
I didn't. My initial thought was a false start.
I think it's a delay of game. I think they took too long. We do have end zone. We do have play clocks in the end zone, and I just wasn't paying attention to it. So I think they do say delay of game. So now 3rd and goal from the 15. So that essentially negates the Kazon Villa run for the Badgers.
Yeah, so I don't know what you do here. Do you take a shot to the end zone, or do you play it safe, run the ball, and then just kick the field goal?
Take the points.
I
say it's your last game. Go for it. Go take a shot.
Time's early.
And the Badgers will go trips near side, single receiver to the left. Play clock down to 3 at 2 and 1. Welsh gets the snap off. Jace is going to roll out to his right. Jace pumps, now fires across his body. The catch is made, but down at the 2 by Mikhail Paiva. So now you're knocking on something. Let's see, they're going to mark him at the 4-yard line, and Coach Erickson saying, let's at least think about this, if not keep the offense out there. What a catch by Mikhail. And for Jace to recognize he was open. And, usually, Nate, when you see a quarterback throw back across his body like that, you're thinking, no. But yep. Mikhail was wide open. I think the Badgers are going to they're going to go more of a jumbo package here, bringing in an extra lineman and an extra tight end.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're going to try really quick to see if we can get a draw off sides or something like that.
Play clock's down to 5.
But
Badgers got to hurry here.
Run it.
And now Coach Erickson takes the timeout. It's your first timeout of the game. It's brought to you by Central Valley Medical Center. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. We'll take a break and be back. You're tuned in to Snow Badger Football on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
Art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose, and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am Morena. With my style check-in account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium feature lets me stay focused and bring color to the world. Open a new check-in account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Welcome back on in. We just got an update from someone listening back in Ephraim. It was 70 in Ephraim today.
I feel so bad for them.
In November.
I hope somebody was out mowing my lawn.
I've got some leaves that need to get sucked up or raked up or something because, I'm getting old, Nate, because I got a new leaf blower this summer, and I'm really excited about it. That's how you know I'm over 30.
Oh, absolutely.
Badgers go for it. Up the gut. Wilson Supermans. And is he going to get denied? The ball pops out. Flipped back to Jace Welsh. And they're going to just rule Matt down. Yeah.
Yep.
So the Badgers go for it. Don't get it. Matt Wilson tries to leap over the pile into the end zone. He stood up. And Snow College comes away, unfortunately, empty.
And in some ways, you don't necessarily hate that. It's early in the game. You go for the points. You don't get it. So now Lackawanna starts on, the 2?
Right.
You can now potentially get a safety with this defense, and everything's okay. Everything's forgiven.
It's amazing how much analytics have changed the way we think about that, right?
Right.
The data behind all that, go for it, not go for it, field position, all that good stuff. So Jacob Tiberi and the offense come out, 9:52 to go in this opening quarter, a scoreless ball game between the Badgers and the Falcons in round 2. Taking a minute here to get things set. As I don't know if officials having a conversation with Coach Erickson. I think Coach Erickson didn't want them to blow that dead.
Yeah, I think
and maybe that's the question.
To keep going.
So Tiberi in shotgun, the freshman, takes a high snap. It's going to be a run up the gut for Lackawanna. Nothing there. Tayson Reed, one of the first guys to get there for the Snow Badger defense, along with, I believe that's number 91 for the Snow College Badgers, coming up with that stop, Naitis Atuala, and that will just be a gain of 3 on first down for Lackawanna.
Yeah, it's a great stop there from the defensive line, and I think they're going to focus heavily on the run. You lose some receivers, and so you can focus now on the run.
Jalen Fletcher, the redshirt freshman from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The gain of 3 on first down. Tiberi takes the snap. It's going to be another give Fletcher. Fletcher hit. Ace Kafusi was one of the first guys to get there. Then Fletcher falls forward for a gain of 2-3 more. We'll bring up 3rd down and 4 to go now for Lackawanna's offense. And this is where you mentioned, Nate, they're down to the 3 receivers. Do they rely heavily on the run? 3rd and 4 is just kind of creeping on that, still being able to run it on 3rd down.
It truly is, and so it opens the playbook up. My logic would be do a quick slant route or something like that, but you have the full playbook. You can do a screen, you can do whatever you want.
2 to the far side, single receiver near side for Tiberi with a single back. 8:30 to go opening quarter. Tiberi back to pass. Pocket holds well. Tiberi throws over the middle. What a one-handed snag. And then Tayson Reed with a punishing hit. It's a first down for Lackawanna. Is that number 12 to come down with that? I believe so. For the Falcons, that is Jamal Jefferson Jr. We got an injured Badger out on the field, I think. Someone a little bit slow to get up. So our good friend Spencer Mack makes his way out onto the field.
Number 1.
I believe that's Tenny Worthen.
Tenny?
Yeah, I believe. Or TJ Hudson, excuse me. Tenny's 22. TJ, the other safety, wears number 1. TJ's down. We'll take a quick break and be right back. More Snow College football next.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
And we welcome you back on in. Good to see TJ Hudson able to walk off under his own power, even kind of jog off to the sideline. So hoping that's just maybe a stinger, something quick, and hope to see him back in the ball game.
Yeah, I hope so. He's played some good games, especially against Iowa Western, Georgia Military. He
Yep.
actually had 2 of his better games.
Trips to the far side, single near side for Jacob Tiberi. That pass complete to Jamal Jefferson Jr. And now with 8 minutes to go in the opening quarter, Badgers show blitz. Now Tayson's going to back off. It's going to be a play action. Tiberi throws into the short flat. Good catch and run for close to a first down. I think they're going to give this to him as that pass was complete, I believe, to number 22. That's Jalen Fletcher out of the backfield. Just on a little running back route.
Yeah, those quick 4-yard routes, they can do a lot of damage, and I'm surprised more teams don't do it more often, to be honest.
First down and 10, trips far side again, single near side for Tiberi, takes the snap, gives left side, and the Badgers pursue. What an excellent tackle. Tayson Reed, the Future Ute brings down the tailback after a short gain on the play. That's Riley Goufrey, the tailback out of Brooklyn. 2nd down and 8 with 7:13 to go in the opening quarter. Still in a scoreless game. Badgers drove, they were started at the 21, got to the 2. Could not punch it in. Now Lackawanna trying to make something happen here. 2nd down and 8 for Tiberi. Play clock down to 10. Going with a really hard count here. Down to 5. Takes the snap. It's a delayed draw. And a big hole for the Falcons. 2nd level run for Fletcher. And he's got the 1st down and then some. Excellent run to the outside by Jalen Fletcher. And the Lackawanna Falcons now find themselves knocking on the door of the Badgers at their own 46, 47-yard line.
Yeah, it's hard. You come with a couple of quick passes, and next thing you know, you open up the run game. And what does the defense do here? I
like a little draw like that after you've softened it up. I give it to Fletcher again, right up the gut. And Fletcher hit and brought down Mario Williams Jr., was able to be one of the first guys in there for the Badgers. He was our best player. He was our Sanpete Steel man of the game last week.
Was he?
Just hit hard. Was forced to fumble. That run back from Snow College, he had himself a ball game last week. 2nd down and 6 now for Lackawanna. Still a gain of 4 yards. 2 receivers near side, single to the far side for Jacob Tiberi. As he'll pass, load up to the far side, and just throws it into the Snow College bench area. Jaden Robertson, boy, how good has he been the last couple weeks of that corner position?
He's been locked tight.
He's been fantastic. That pick 6 to end the half last week was – we know Jaden's fast because he's run a punt back for a touchdown this year, but the pick 6 was – and then to leave zeros on the clock was rather impressive here. So 3rd down and 6 coming up here for Lackawanna. See what they decide to call here. 2 receivers near side, kind of a tight receiver to the far right. Single back for Tiberi on 3rd down. Badgers bring 4. Tiberi, quick hitter to the outside. It's low and incomplete. Jaden Robertson might have had a beat on that if it was high enough, so maybe a fortunate thing for Lackawanna there.
I was going to say, if that was a higher pass thrown, I think that was a pick 6. So fortunately for Lackawanna, who threw it in the dirt. We got 5.5 minutes here in the first quarter, still zeros, by the way.
Yeah, quick moving first quarter across the board. The Badger offense, again, made a valiant effort, just come up short. But now the defense, after Lackawanna started to get some momentum and some rhythm, able to force them to punt. 5:33 to go. The snap is good. Kick on its way. It's a little bit short of a punt, and it's not fair cop. Stephon Sellers takes it to the 25, tripped up, out past the 27. And Lackawanna had some issues with punting in that game back in Ephraim. That one little bit cleaner than what we saw. And then the second half was much. That first half was disastrous for them, though, in the punt game. I mean, just as bad as you could possibly have it without the punts being blocked. So, yeah, Badger defense gets it back, though, Nate. That was big. Again, Lackawanna, you might have started to see them get some momentum going, and the defense, specifically in the secondary, made some nice plays.
Yeah,
good coverage.
It'll be interesting to see how the Badgers defensively change a little bit up to just combat that. But good series for both teams.
So here we go. Badgers first down. It's a run up the gut and a gain of 4 yards. Is that Matt Wilson again getting the carry there? Trying to see coming out of the pile here. Yeah, that's Matt. Matt with a good gain of 3 brings up 2nd down and 7. I think if you're that Snow College offense, that offensive line, if you're getting those 3-4 yard pushes, you're going to take it all day.
Has Seth not come in yet?
I haven't seen him. And he didn't play after the first quarter last week. I meant to ask Coach about that in pregame and forgot to do so. 2 to either side here for Jace. Awaits the snap. Blitz comes. Jace gets rid of it quickly. Complete to the outside. A good catch and run over on that far side. That's Kazan Villa who picks up the catch and run. And the Douglas Dentistry first down for the Badgers. And a great quick hitter. You talked about those quick hittings, kind of out routes, Nate. And Snow ran that one to perfection.
Yeah, I like those because then it gives you an opportunity for a double move down the sideline later on. And so I like that play.
Trips near side for Welsh. Single back is Wilson. Jace throws. Sellers slips. It goes through his hands, falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up now for the Badger offense. Liked the call there, and I think Stefan would like to have that back footing-wise.
Yeah, I think so,
if he
too.
stays upright, I think he makes the catch. So he had a really good punt return last week. Had a couple good punt returns in the Community Christian game as well. But then again, anyone that had a return in that game had a good return.
I shouldn't laugh, but that was.
We shouldn't, but I mean,
what else do you do?
I've never ran out of things to talk about on a broadcast before. There was some movement at the line of scrimmage. The right tackle for Snow College stood up and pointed, but they're just going to say play on. Play clock at 3, at 2. Welsh just gets the snap off. It's low, a draw. Big hole, Matt Wilson, second level. Gets out, pass into Lackawanna territory to the 35-yard line. Matt Wilson continuing to feast up the gut.
Yeah, and you gotta hand it to the team as a whole. I mean, they're completing the passes, which is definitely opening up the hole for Matt Wilson, and he's got such a strong back that if you leave any holes, he's going to take it, and he's done it twice now.
First down and 10 Badgers. They're going to go trips to the near side, single receiver far left. I believe this is Cannon Boswell who's checked in.
Yeah.
The former North Severe Wolf had a great game against Community Christian as well. Play action here for Welsh. Pocket holds well. Jace throws a dart, and it's low and incomplete. Only two guys that had a shot at it were two Lackawanna players. And we've got one Lackawanna player. He might have got hit by his own guy across the helmet there.
Yeah, they kind of collided as they were going for the ball, and not sure if he took a gut punch or what.
So that'll bring up second down for the Badger offense. And they're saying he's got to sub out. We blew the whistle. We blew it for an injury. So the defender's got to sub out for Lackawanna. I believe a 20 there on the sideline, number 20 for the Lackawanna Falcons. Defensive back Joshua Bakersville, sophomore from Don Bosco Prep, and played at Army. Snow's familiar with. So there you have it before transferring down here. Second down and 10 now for Jace. Handoff Matt. Wilson stutters, falls forward. A good run on first down for Matt Wilson again. Or second down, excuse me. A gain of 8 for Matt. We'll bring up second down and 10 coming up. Or excuse me, wow, second down and 3. You can tell I took the red eye last night, can't you?
Hey, you know what, Tanner? I don't know how you've done it because you've hit a high school game, then back out here, then back home for a high school game, back out here, and now you're going back down for a high school game.
Yeah, state championships on Saturday. It's going to be state championship tomorrow with Beaver Kanab. Should be interesting down at SUU. Third down, Welsh keeps to the outside. Jay sheds a tackle and then heads out of bounds and gets the first down. Excellent block in the backfield. I believe Kime Fengupo, the tight end, sprung Jace free from one defender, and then Jace looked like he was going to be brought down, just escaped. Did a nice job. Gets the Douglas Dentistry first down.
I've really liked Jace's legs this season. He's done some really good things running the ball. The handoff was great because it even juked me out, and I followed Matt. So
I thought it was Matt, and then all of a sudden, you saw the swarm go to Jace's side. So we'll bring up first down and 10 for the Badgers again at the 25. So second time Snow's gotten deep into the territory of Lackawanna. It's a low snap. Jace gives to Matt, up the middle. Matt, and the ball pops out. It is on the turf. And fortunate for the Badgers, they lose it. Lackawanna comes away with it.
And if I could say anything in this, that's probably been Matt's Achilles heel this year, is he's fumbled the ball a lot. He fumbled a couple times in Army, obviously a couple times here. I believe Iowa Western was another one. And that's something that if you're going to lock in, you got to lock that in.
I believe Micah Brown, the linebacker, was one of the first guys to get in there and just start stripping at the ball. And that's where it gets dangerous. You start getting those piles. You get one accurate punch out or one strip, and that ball went flying out. We saw it pop. We're pretty high up here in our broadcast booth, but that ball went flying up. So Badgers, 2 drives, twice getting deep into Lackawanna territory. No points to show for it now, and Jacob Tabiri is going to try to make more out of it for Lackawanna. It's a give to Fletcher. Cuts it back up left side. A good hold to the outside. Tayson Reed escorts him backwards, but forward progress. And I don't believe that was Fletcher. That's a different tailback that they've got in there.
Is that 33?
33, Hassan Akanbi. And he was the one who got more of the snaps in that game in Ephraim.
He did.
At tailback. So a good game from Akanbi before he gets brought down. It's a gain of 7. We'll bring up second down and 3 now for the Lackawanna offense. And they've been really good running the ball on first and second down, Nate, as we're under 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. A fast-moving period.
It's been really fast. The penalties have been very, very minimal. The injuries have been minimal.
You had those first 2 personal fouls, and we've seen, I think, a delay of game since as Aknarby gets pushed back again. There's going to be a short gain this time before they bring him down. Akanbi out of Winchester, Virginia, just a freshman. 3rd down. And, for some of these guys at Lackawanna, they can stick around. Usually when you're a sophomore, you're done, right?
Yep.
You got to move on or hang up the cleats. But I hadn't even thought about that until just now. These guys could stick around and play another couple years.
They could. Now, how does that work with Division III? Because I believe they do not have athletic scholarships in Division III. Is that correct? Or
I believe so. So maybe that's a conversation they have to have. Do I want to continue here? That's a whole other can of worms. Tabiri back to pass, 3rd and short. It's high. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. Jaden Wright stuck his hand up at the last second. Had a wide open receiver over the middle. If Wright doesn't stick his hand up, that's going to fall incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that was a big play save right there for Snow College to just bat that ball.
And again, Nate, these linebackers have been so fun to watch all year for this team. The combination of Wright, Reed, and Mario Williams Jr., and even the guys who have come in off the bench, Dallin Sweat, Court Moon, Taylor Mallow, those guys have all played really well as well. It's a deep group.
Oh, absolutely. And it's fun to see some of those local kids doing well.
As this punt takes a short bounce and then a friendly bounce at that. That was a short punt, but it took a friendly Lackawanna bounce out to the 34-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10. It's weird. Always, I've been on the East Coast. Now, this is my 4th trip to the East Coast this fall. 3 for snow games, 1 to go visit my parents who live down in the Carolinas. Thursday Night Football hasn't even kicked off yet. It feels like midnight. I don't know how you East Coast people stay up and watch sports.
Huh?
It is something else.
That's got to be the worst thing.
You're getting a matinee back in Ephraim. It's only 5:30 over there.
Well, that's it. Especially when you have those 8 p.m. Utah games, BYU games, and you're sitting here midnight before you even get to halftime.
I don't know how. I tell my dad this every time I see him. I don't know how he does it. Stays up watching games. 1 receiver to either side for Jace Welch. It's a play action. Pocket holds well. Jace throws a little route to Stephon Sellers. It's right in the breadbasket and then punched out at the last second. Stephon had a really good chance at it. And Lackawanna has just been so good at sticking their hands where they don't belong. Beautifully done.
But what I'll say here is that was a very nice thrown ball. I mean, was it into double coverage? Yes, but it was on
perfect.
The money.
Yeah. It was very similar to his touchdown pass last week to Jack. It was just a perfect spiral and right in the breadbasket of Sellers. Give the defensive back a ton of credit for coming up with that stop. Jordan Dowdy was in on the play for Lackawanna. 2nd down and 10 now for the Badger offense. Single receiver to either side. Welsh will bring Jack Dean Burke in motion. It's a jet sweep to Burke. Burke tries to shed a tackle, and ultimately he's going to be dropped for a big, big loss as that pile continues to push. Lackawanna in on the play for the Falcons. Linebacker Michael Johnson out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Wow.
So look for his name maybe in the Canadian League.
There you go, eh?
You ever watch Canadian football?
Yeah, and I heard that they're actually finally moving the goalposts back to the back.
Are
of the
they
end zone.
really?
I heard they talked about that this year.
Well, that's 1 quarter of play. We're through. And no score. It was a high-scoring affair the first time these two teams met. No indication of that after 1 quarter play here. Badgers 0, Falcons 0. We'll be right back.
Sanpete Steel & Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel & Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
Badger and Falcons scoreless after 1 quarter of play. Tanner Wilkinson and Nate Johnson with you here live from Scranton, PA. This first quarter scoreboard brought to you by Utah Heritage Credit Union, UHCU, for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Stick with us through the whole broadcast. We'll have our Sanpete Steel Man of the game. You a baseball guy, Nate?
I am a baseball guy through and through.
Shohei Ohtani just won his 4th MVP in 5 seasons.
And he probably should. I mean, he's like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I mean, the fact that he's a pitcher and an offensive threat.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen
No.
anymore. And I don't know baseball, but I know that does not happen.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I imagine even the old Babe Ruth wasn't that good. And he was a pitcher, moved to first base, still home run leader.
Yep.
Otani's on a whole nother level of anyone
In a completely more competitive era, more teams, more players, yeah.
Yep. The only thing I wish he was on the Cubs instead of the Dodgers.
That's just I was waiting for that. Back to pass as well. Sean, third and long. Jace going to go for it all. Sends it deep. Jersey being tugged, and it's going to be a pass interference call. Stephon Sellers nearly came down with it. We could see clear from here that Jersey nearly pull off his right shoulder pad, and the Badgers are going to get bailed out with an automatic first down via the penalty. Yeah,
and it was, it is what it is. It was a definite holding or pass interference call. It's a good, take the shot.
And Jace, again, throwing the ball extremely, extremely well. Stephon was being interfered with and still nearly came down with that. That took some oomph from Jace Welch to throw that as deep as he did. And this should move it. Yeah, this is going to move it forward. Automatic first down. With all the high school games I do, trying to keep the rules straight between high school and college is oof. And then I watch so much NFL that there's that too.
Well, and if they were different seasons, it'd be different. But when you're jumping back and forth, it makes it a little messy.
And in high school, our good friend Greg Sterner told me this, helped me out with this. There's only one call for an automatic first down, and it's roughing the kicker, roughing the otherwise pass interference. Your usual automatic first downs.
Yep.
At the college and NFL level, not the case. Did we get a timeout called?
We did. Yeah, it looked like Lackawanna took a timeout.
Lackawanna takes the timeout. It's a Central Valley Medical Center timeout from Orthopedics to Pediatrics Trust, CVMC. So that was a quick one. Badger offense will come back out here with a fresh set of downs. Not a lot of scores to update you on tonight. There's a good college basketball game brewing, though. Second-ranked Purdue and eighth-ranked Alabama tied at 30 in the first half.
Wow. Good for the Boilermakers.
They're good. Braden Smith comes back at point guard. That kid's tough. You think Hoosiers, you think Braden Smith when you watch that kid play for Purdue. Former Badger hoopster Isaac Garrett played against Purdue the other. He's played the team he plays for, Oakland, has played the toughest schedule in college basketball to start the season, and he's played well in all three of those games as well. Pulls it away, heads over to the right side. Jay sheds a second defender and then just scampers out of bounds. I don't think this is going to go for any gain.
No, I think it was right at the line of scrimmage.
But, give Jay some props for shedding not one, not two, but three guys on his way out of bounds as we remain scoreless here in the second quarter.
I'll give Isaac Garrett, since you brought him up, I'll give him some props because he's playing against some really, really tough talent.
They played
and he's
Michigan.
Playing well.
He scored 20 against Michigan's a top 10 team. Purdue's number 2 in the country. Started number 1. There's a lot of good Snow Badgers doing a lot of good things in a lot of sports at the Division I level right now. Welsh back to pass. Throws it far side. Ball tipped. Tried to get that to Cale McCoy. It ends up being broken up over on the far side. Number 21, Jordan Dowdy, able to make a play on the ball. Brings up third down. So Badgers got bailed out on third down last time with a penalty. Stephon Sellers ran a great route, and the defender had no choice but to tug and pull. See what Snow decides to do here. They've been much more pass-heavy since that fumble, Nate.
Yes, they have. And I have to assume that there's something wrong with Seth.
Yeah.
The fact that he has not come into the game.
Trips to the far side, single receiver near side for Jace Welsh. With that single back at his left hip in Matt Wilson. On third down, Jace, blitz comes. Picked up well. Now Jace tries to avoid, cannot, and he's drugged down for a massive sack. Number 7 for Lackawanna. Coming up with that play, Michael Johnson, the Canadian out of Ontario, brings down the Badger quarterback, and that will bring up fourth down and long.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, and Jace didn't really even have time to think.
No, they sent 6.
Somebody broke down there, and that's unfortunate.
Punt coming for the first time tonight for the Aussie Jay Summers. 13:42 to go before halftime. A good snap, roll to the right, and a good kick here from Summers as it's caught, and then the receiver was down anyway as the Badger defender made contact. It'll be first down and 10 for Lackawanna at their own 29-yard line. So for Lackawanna, they have had a couple drives stall out to start the game, a couple of punts. for Snow College, 2 of their 3 drives have been really good, getting deep into Lackawanna territory, but coming up empty. And now the Badgers have their first stalled drive and first punt of the game.
Yeah, before this last drive, you have to have high hopes for Snow. They can move the ball, right? They're getting
question.
down the field. Yeah. And so you just got to get Matt to secure that ball. We've had 2 fumbles already from him. Secure that ball, and Snow's going to score at some point in this game.
So first down and 10 for the Lackawanna offense. Trips near side, single receiver far to the left for Tiberi. Badgers showing a lot of aggressiveness at the line of scrimmage. It's a run gut play up the gut, and Mario Williams Jr. That's Saale Kunuka Williams, who's he come on in the second half of the season and just been great at that left end. Just pushed him to the ground.
Yeah,
he didn't even need to tackle him, just literally pushed him.
At first I thought he just lost his footing, but it looked like a pretty good push.
Second down and 8, 13-10 to go before halftime. Stick with us. We'll have our Snow College halftime show coming up. Thursday night football should be kicked off by then, not too terribly far from where we're at up in New England tonight. Against a team some of these Badgers went and saw play on Sunday in the New York Jets. Tiberi throws it high over the middle. Ball's batted in the air and incomplete. Tenny Worthen nearly had a shot on it. TJ Hudson, the one who got his paw on it. Good to see TJ back out there after the little hiccup he had earlier in the game with the injury, and he's back out making plays.
Yes, he is. He's a strong kid, so excited that he's back out there.
That's quite a combination, too, him and Worthen at safety.
Oh, yeah.
Making those kinds of plays for the Snow defense. Third down and 8 now for Lackawanna. Still a scoreless ball game, 12:50 to go before halftime. Again, it was 27-17 at the half, and then 55-38 was the final, the first time these two teams met. Roll out for Tiberi. Pocket holds, throws over the middle. It's tipped and incomplete. A dangerous throw. Ace Kafusi, along with Lawrence Taylor, the fourth in the area. Tayson Reed was giving chase, along with Kanuka Williams, and it forces fourth down. So the Badger defense, Nate, continues to do just a great job of not. This is a 3-and-out. Lackawanna at least was moving the ball somewhat.
Yep.
Their first 2 drives. This is the best the Badger defense has looked, forcing a quick 3-and-out. And the Lackawanna punts, again, have not been long, but they've been better than they were back in Ephraim. And this kick is high. Maybe the best punt we've seen out of this punter as it takes a bounce. And Lackawanna careful to avoid that. Those balls can take some weird bounces as it goes back to the 29. Badgers will have it first and 10. 12:31 to go. We'll see. Again, the offense has been able to move the ball, Nate. They've picked up first downs every drive, even gotten deep into Lackawanna territory, yet there have been issues with finishing the drives.
Yeah, and I hope that Coach Erickson right here says, you know what, Matt, we've got faith in you. We're going to hand you the ball. Because when he gets his breakaways, he's gone. And I think you got to give him a little bit of just something, that says you still trust him.
2 receivers to either side for Welsh. Wilson is the back at his left hip. Jace takes the snap, gives to Matt. Big hole for Wilson, tripped up, keeps the legs turning and falls forward. Great run from Matt Wilson and a great response, a gain of 7 on first down. You called it.
You'll take that all day long. Like I say, just if Matt's going to be Matt, he just got to secure that ball, which he did here, and he'll get his. So
second down and 3, 2 to either side here for Welsh. Badgers going quickly. Free play. Or they're going to blow this dead.
I think they blew it dead 13.
Yeah, which is a shame because Stephon Sellers just made one heck of a catch on the far sideline. Both teams pointing the other way, which,
it's a weird thing for me these days because I don't know. You false start and the offense jumps and points, and next thing you know, it's an offside. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
They do call it a false start on the Badgers, which is unfortunate. You had second and short. And Welsh thought he had the free play, so he threw it up far side to Sellers, who made a heck of a catch. That'll bring up third down for this Badger offense. Or excuse me, no, it is still second down. My apologies there. Second down and 8, 2 to either side here for Welsh. 11:51 to go before halftime. Paiva in motion. It's a give to Wilson right side. Big hole for Matt. Keeps the legs turning, and he basically gets right back to that initial spot. So now third down and 2 coming up.
He's such a strong runner that you can't go away from it. You gotta love it.
Right, and you called it right. Like let's keep feeding him. You know, he's just got to secure that football. He's getting yards. So 3rd and a short now for the Badgers. Trips near side, single receiver far right for Jace Welsh. Takes the snap, play fake. Jace faces pressure, gets rid of it, just dumps it low to Mikhail Paiva. Are they going to rule this a catch? They are. They say Mikhail caught it, but it's a loss on the play. And they did not bite on the play action fake, and there was a defender right in the lap of Jace Welsh, and I think that rushed the play a little bit.
Yeah, it did, and you almost wish he would have just thrown it at his feet and not caught the ball, because he had nowhere to go even when he did catch the ball. So
4th down, Badgers show they're going for it here. 4th and short.
This is gutsy. My guess is they'll try to draw an offsides.
Go with the hard count?
Yeah.
I agree. Trips far side, single near side. No, they go with a low snap. It's a rollout for Jace Welsh. On 4th down, Jace throws for that sideline. He's got the receiver for the first down, Stephon Sellers. Gutsy call. Clear back at your own,
Wow.
37-yard line. We knew Zach was aggressive. That's as aggressive as I've seen him go for it on 4th down this season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one where most of us would just punt. It's early.
Maybe you go for it in Madden.
Yeah.
No,
my boy kicks an onside every time in Madden.
Oh, we had rules growing up. You had to kick an onside. You had to go for 2 every time, too. Those were the rules when we'd play. Hand off Matt Wilson, right side. Stutter step. Good run for Matt. Sheds another defender. Has the first down. Holds on to that football. Matt Wilson with another Douglas Dentistry first down rug. Douglas Dentistry with in-house financing. Show off that smile at 258-9001. Badgers for the 3rd time tonight find themselves in Lackawanna territory.
Yeah, I'm loving this because it's opening up your play action. And, a couple more runs like this, and next thing you know, the ball's going to go deep down the field for a touchdown.
Snap. Welsh give Matt up the gut. Pile pushing. And this is going to be a gain of 3 from Wilson before he is finally brought down and the whistle blows. You call again. I'm going to say this the rest of the drive, Nate. You called it. Go back to Matt. You simply have to in this kind of a situation. So Cannon Boswell is back out there as Wilson's going to get a quick breather here. 2nd down and 7. And now Lacawana wants to talk things over. So with 9 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first half, it's Snow 0, Lackawanna 0. This is a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. We'll be right back.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
Badgers and Falcons live from the Electric City as we're tied at 0 apiece, 9:05 to go. Did you guys see the Electric City sign, by the way, yet? You'll have to go drive by it. It's right by my hotel where I'm staying at. Kind of one of those cool landmarks that you hear about and the way they describe the city. So
we did drive by and see some of the trains, and there's quite a bit of historical stuff around Scranton.
Lot of trains, a lot of coal mining type stuff. Drove past a couple mines today. Trips to the far side, single receiver near side for Welsh as he brings a man in motion. Jace now takes the snap. Pocket collapses. It's over the middle. It was tipped by a receiver and then caught by Cale McCoy, who makes the catch and run, and I think we're going to get a legal low chop block here.
Yeah, that's one thing I could think of because it came in way after the catch. So it has to be some kind of a block in the back or low block.
I think that was intended for either Paiva or DeBow. It got tipped by them, and Cale McCoy was the lucky recipient. Now, if this is a block in the back downfield, this might still be close to a first down, depending on where, because it's from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, and so the play was dead, at the 25. The flag would have come in around the 27, 15 yards from there. It's possibly still a first down, is it not?
I think it's going to be just shy. So it's still a really positive gain, and the down doesn't count.
Right.
Because of so if the Badgers still get 6+ yards and another down, it ends up, you still would like the 1st and 10 instead of the 2nd and 2, but as far as penalties go, that one didn't actually hurt Snow College in any way. Still a scoreless game, 8:50 to go before halftime here in Lackawanna County, Scranton, Pennsylvania. Got trips to the near side for Jace Welsh. Single receiver far side. Single back is Kazan Vela, who they've been using a little bit at running back as of late. Quick play, fake give to Paiva. McHale makes one-man miss and then gets brought down. It's going to be a short loss for Paiva. And Paiva can't shake the defender. 3rd down and 3 coming up. So now Matt Wilson returns. We saw Kazan get some snaps at running back in that Iowa Western game. Now the Badgers face 3rd down.
What do you do here if you're Coach Erickson?
I give the ball to Matt Wilson.
Just keep feeding it.
I give it to him twice. I think if he's going to go for it on 4th down, clear back there, he's going to go for it again here. Trips near side, single receiver far to the right. Wilson comes over to the left hip. Welsh in shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass. Blitz comes. Jace throws, incomplete. And Matt Wilson is saying, me and McHale Paiva were wide open on this far side. I just don't think Jace had the time to get rid of it.
He didn't. It was almost set up as if it was a screen with no one out for the screen. I mean, that's what it almost looked like.
I don't know if it was some miscommunication from someone on that offensive line or what the situation was, but that brings up 4th down and 3. Badgers keep the offense out there after a loss of a yard and then an incomplete pass. 2 to either side, 2 in the backfield with Welsh. Big 4th down here. Welsh gives Wilson. Big hole, 1st down. Wilson, 30, 20, 10, 5. He's gone! Matt Wilson breaks open the scoring with a touchdown run of 38 yards, and the Badgers open up on top here in the 2nd quarter.
Oh, yeah, what a big hole on the left side, and Matt just exposed it. He's so fast and so strong that he blows through those holes. Love it.
Well, Nate, to begin this drive, you said go back to Matt Wilson, and what do the Badgers do?
Well, I have Coach Erickson in my back pocket, and he just does whatever I tell him. So
they're going to call a personal foul on Lackawanna following the touchdown. So I think, do you enforce that on the kickoff, or are you going to – is that just –
I think you can choose if you want it on the kickoff or if you want it here on the extra point.
So the touchdown is good. Matt Wilson, as the running back coach upstairs, is very happy about that run from Matt, and I don't blame him one bit. So Badgers, kind of this swinging gate 2-point conversion look that they have that sometimes just turns into a regular PAT, and now they're going to go for swinging gate here. They pitch it forward, and it's just going to be no good.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Not ran well, trying to get it to Peters, the tight end, and that is how the opening score happens, though. Matt Wilson, 38 yards out, finds the Cache Valley Bank end zone. Badgers lead 6-0 over Lackawanna. We'll be right back.
If you've ever ridden an ATV, you know how much fun they are. They're helpful for small jobs, too. Our credit union is your first stop for an ATV loan. Since we're member-owned and not-for-profit, it's a smart stop to make.
Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at utahheritagecu.org.
Well, the Badgers strike first. Tanner Wilkinson and Nate Johnson live from Scranton, Pennsylvania. A 38-yard touchdown scamper from Matt Wilson on 4th down, nonetheless. Big opportunity for the Badgers now with a lead, and the way this defense is playing, Nate, got to be feeling pretty good.
Oh, yeah. You got to be really confident going into this, the rest of this quarter, especially on defense. If you can get one more score, that'd be awesome.
So the way that Snow College accepted the penalty, they have to march this off from the 35.
Yeah,
so Snow's going to kick this from midfield. The question always comes up when you get these. You get a little greedy. You're not going to give them the best field position if you don't get it.
So if I was looking at this, if that front line was back 3 more yards, I would really consider an onside, but they're not.
Yeah.
So I think you just squib kick. I think you keep it in play.
7:36 to go before halftime. Badgers get on the board first as Joseph Brandt just gives this a high kick. Badgers get down there in a hurry. It's muffed. The ball's on the ground, but then fallen on by the Lackawanna return man. Snow College players are saying, oh, we could have had it. There were 3 guys right there, and I don't think they realized it in the moment.
So explain this in college football. So if I fair catch the kickoff, it goes to the 25.
Yes.
But because he muffed it, it's right where it lays.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct. So, yeah, he muffed it right at the 20. Are they moving this up to the 25? Oh, no, the 23. That's where did he end up muffing it? They're placing this at the 25.
They're placing it, and he didn't. It was closer to the 19, 20-yard line.
Coach Erickson's asking for an explanation on this.
It shouldn't be.
Weird.
That's weird. Okay. Maybe they know something we don't.
Yeah. That's usually the case.
It is.
when you get to that point. First down and 10. Trips near side, single receiver left side for Tiberi. Badgers lead now 6-0. Tiberi with a soft throw over the middle, and it's just dropped. Incomplete. Tried to get that to his receiver, number 80. Just unable to haul that in. That's Zaire Hines, the sophomore from Garner, North Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know if he just had his eyes just open wide up because there was nobody around him. It would have gone for a few yards and just turned his head too soon or something.
7:33 to go before halftime. Trips to the near side for Lackawanna. Badgers showing pressure, and we got movement. There's clapping upstairs from the coaches, so I'm going to guess that signals
false start.
A false start.
Unlike the foot stomp when we fumbled the 2-point conversion.
The duality of man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And a football coach, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So are they going to call this a false start? They threw
did.
a flag.
They did,
and
yeah.
Okay, they're going to march this off now. The 5 yards. So 2nd and 10 is about to become 2nd and 15. That was a good throw by Tiberi. Receiver just couldn't come down. And the receiver had a lot of room.
Mm-hmm.
That's a first down and then some.
Yeah, I just wonder if he turned his head just too soon, and that's why he dropped that ball, because it was a great throw.
7:33 to go before halftime. 2nd down and 15 for Lackawanna. Trips near side, single receiver far to the left for Tiberi. Badgers show blitz at the line of scrimmage yet again. Tiberi now gets a new play call in. Play clock at 8. Tiberi back to pass. Going to load up and launch it down that far sideline, and it is incomplete with no flags on the play. Lawrence Taylor IV might have gotten away with a little jersey tug there, but they say incomplete, and it's set 3rd down and long.
Yeah, it was a really good thrown ball, too. The receiver almost had it in the one hand, and that would have been a really, really nice catch if he could have drug that in.
So wild, that Zaire Hines that dropped the pass from Garner.
Yeah.
My parents' house is in Garner, North Carolina. So there you go. Very wild. As I said Garner, I'm like, that sounds so familiar. And I just always tell people they live in Raleigh because it's a suburb of Raleigh. I'm like, no, I think Garner's where their official zip code is. So shout out to the Wilkinsons in Garner, North Carolina. You got fellow Garnerite up here in Scranton. Timeout to Lackawanna. I believe that's their last timeout, Nate, if I remember correct. Or let's see. They're going to be down to one. They're going to be down to one timeout. We'll take it. It's a Central Valley Medical Center timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
So you're all moved in. How's your new roomie?
Oh, she's cool. She's also a biology major.
Oh, that's great. You guys can help each other stay on top of homework.
I just hope the classes aren't hard. I'm kind of scared based on what I've heard.
You'll do great, I'm sure. We're proud of you.
Aww.
You ready to go?
Who's that?
Gotta go, Mom. Have a dorm meeting in 2 minutes. Love you.
Hello? Hello? Who was that?
CentraCom Fiber, because you don't just need internet, you need good internet.
Welcome back on in. Timeouts today brought to you by Central Valley Medical Center. From orthopedics to pediatrics, you can trust CVMC. 7:24 to go. Badgers with a 6-0 lead, and now forcing Lackawanna into a 3rd down and long. The defensive back play has been really, really good in this first half, Nate.
Yes, it has been. Yes, it has. And at times that's been kind of the Achilles heel of the defense. And they played really well tonight.
Very assignment sound, sticking their paws up. 3rd down and 15 for Tiberi. 2 receivers to either side for Jacob. Claps the hands, takes the snap. Badgers bring in a linebacker late. Tiberi just throws it over the middle. It's complete to the tailback, Fletcher, who falls forward, gets a decent gain, gets 10 yards out of it, but it needed 15. Mario Williams Jr. able to bring him down.
Yeah, but I think he picked up 2 just from rolling on the defender. I think he was actually down about the 28, 29-yard line.
4th down and 6 now for Lackawanna as the Badger defense holds strong yet again and will force for the 4th time tonight a punt from Lackawanna. Falcons have not scored and they haven't turned the ball over. Badgers bring blitz in on the kick and nearly get it as it's going to take a Lackawanna bounce at the 44-yard line. 3 Badgers were right
close.
there, Nate.
So close to getting that punt blocked.
Beautifully done by the Badger defense, and the special teams has been pretty darn good tonight, minus maybe the swinging gate. And even at that point, that's offense that you're running when you run the swinging gate. That's not special teams necessarily.
We'll blame Coach Erickson. No, we won't.
I'll have to ask him about that, yeah.
Who do we blame on those?
Who do we blame on the swinging gate, yeah. 1st down and 10 for Jace Welsh. 2 to either side, single back set for Jace. Badgers get a new play call in here, 13 on the play clock, 6:40 to go before we get you to halftime. Welsh, screen pass to Kazan. Villa makes the catch near side, sheds 1 defender, stays upright, and then gets brought down at about the 50-yard line right near midfield. Good gain of 6-7 yards for Kazan on 1st down. We'll bring up 2nd down and short for the Badger offense.
Yeah, no, I didn't hate that play at all. You pick up positive yards. It's a quick pass. It's going to open up the run.
Badgers go trips far side, single receiver near side. Wilson is the back for Jace Welsh. Jace gets a new play call in here with 6:09 to go. Before halftime, Badgers would love to tack on another score. Lackawanna gets the ball to start the second half. Play clock is down to 7. Jace takes the snap. It's a draw to Matt. Matt sheds a tackle, gets a 1st down, and spins out of it. Still on his feet, Matt Wilson, right side to the 35, 33-yard line. Matt Wilson dragging guys with him, juking guys out of his way, and he moves the sticks for another Douglas Dentistry 1st down.
Such a strong runner. You can't hate watching him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just that strong.
I have to tell Colton to get Matt a free teeth cleaning, get him some NIL over there with all those 1st downs he's getting for him. Douglas Dentistry's getting their money tonight.
Seriously.
2 to either side now for Jace Wells. 5:23 to go before the break. Badgers will get a new play call in here. Coming up at halftime, it's brought to you by Snow College. We'll get you a stat check as well as take you around what else is going on a Thursday night in the world of sports. As Wells takes a shot, he's got a man out of the backfield. It's caught and then broken up at the last second. Was that Matt Wilson on a wheel route? No, it was Stephon Sellers. Oh, a tough play for the Badgers. Another teardrop in a bucket for Jace Welsh. It
was such a beautifully thrown ball, too. And what a great hit by the defender to jog
perfect. Loose. That's one thing I've been impressed with Lackawanna tonight as well. On some of Jace has thrown a couple of really good balls that have landed right. It's what the defenders are doing after that ball gets into the area of the receiver that's just been impressive. So I believe that was actually Freddie DeBow over on that far side. So hope Freddie can get back in the ball game. 2 to either side. Badgers should have a free play here. Jay senses it, takes the shot for Hadley down the near side. Hat comes back to it and cannot quite haul it in. But this is going to be a 5-yard gain for the Badgers either way, as a great throw up for Porter Hadley, the wide receiver, who's had a good couple weeks as well. Badgers, Jace is looking a little like your guy Aaron Rodgers out there. My goodness, with the hard count and getting guys to jump. Sensing that.
Oh, yeah. You know what? And the more he gets reps, the more confident he's looking. And I'm liking what I'm seeing out of him. You know, I wondered how strong he would be this point of the year starting the season out.
Sure.
I like what Jace is bringing. So hopefully he sticks around another year and gives them some more confidence.
I think Coach Erickson would like some continuity. That's been a big issue for this team, too, is quarterback continuity. You've had so many injuries. You had a competition in camp that went down to the last week.
Yep.
And then on top of that, no one can stay healthy.
Yeah.
I think you've had 4 quarterbacks get reps this year, and you know, that 4th one was in a blowout game, but you've had 3 quarterbacks play meaningful snaps this year as well. Takes the shot over the middle. It's high and intercepted right on cue. Talking about the great progression Jace has made. He throws an interception. 2nd turnover of the game for the Badgers. This pins Lackawanna, though, back down at the 5-yard line with 4:51 to go before halftime.
Yeah, we'll just pretend that was a great punt.
I said that in the Manti semifinal last week. Carter Mason had an interception, but it was on 3rd down, and he launched that thing so far that locals are excited about that state championship game on Saturday morning
in
Harriman.
Karen and I were talking about that game, and she was asking me if I thought Manti could win that game. And looking back, when they played Cedar last time, they had a lot of injuries.
Yep.
I think they have a really good shot. Cedar's going to come and bring it.
Oh, without question.
But watching them play Morgan and the way they dismantled that,
if Manti plays the way they did against Morgan and Cedar plays the way they did against Joab, Manti would win.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
But Cedar's gone undefeated for a reason, like you said.
Oh, yeah, and they're going to come to play.
It's going to be a fun championship game. 8-man should be interesting now that Milford's in the mix in 8-man.
Really?
As it's a run up the gut on first down. Rich is it's a gain of 1 or 2. Rich has dominated 8-man, and the teams that have been good in 8-man are the teams that already had programs, right?
Sure.
I mean, Gunnison, the first year it was in existence, then, they were too big to stick around for it. But Rich and Monticello had programs, right? They never went away. A lot of these other schools, it's their first time or their first time in a long time having those programs. So now you bring down a Milford that's been good in 1A.
Do they play the 8-man in the spring?
No, they play it now.
It's in the fall.
It's now, yeah. The championship will be Saturday as well. So 2nd down and 8. Tabiri, play fake, rolling in his own end zone. Throws, it's batted, incomplete. Oh, Tenny Worthen wanted that back so he could take it for 6.
And he would have, too. There was no one in front.
And the 2A championship at San Juan and South Summit. And San Juan has just steamrolled everyone for years.
Oh, yeah. Well, the size of their offensive line is unreal, especially coming out of a 2A program.
Well, everyone that goes to – I swear they pull every kid that goes to school there plays football, given their size and how many guys they get out there. And then the 1A championship, Kanab and Beaver, that massive rivalry that's tomorrow.
Okay.
I believe we're going to have that on our sister station KSVC around 1 o'clock Mountain Time. I got my time zones all crossed at this point, but I think it's around 1 o'clock Mountain Time. So 2nd down as Tabiri throws out of the backfield. Now this is 3rd down, and the Badgers defend it well. The pass caught by Fletcher, and the secondary has come to play. Lawrence Taylor, the 4th, with the stop. It's 4th down. Lackawanna has no choice but to punt.
Yeah, and that was a really good the ability to catch that ball where he did, because it was a short thrown ball. But then when he took the hit, I thought the ball was going to come right back out.
3:48 to go before halftime, and the clock is rolling, but Lackawanna is going to have to punt this away. And given the short punts, the Badger return man, Stephon Sellers, is standing at the Lackawanna 45. Snow's going to have likely good field position and time to work with before heading into the locker room. A good snap. Badgers bring it in. They block that one. It's live in the end zone, and it is. Is it recovered? Are they going to rule this a safety or a touchdown? They're going to talk about it.
I'm wondering if they're going to rule it a safety, because when he recovered, his feet were on the back out of the end zone.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Either way, it's points for Snow, and you got to love that.
Without question. See what they call here. The Badgers send out the extra point team. They rule it a safety, to the dismay of our coaches upstairs.
I know. But okay, we'll pretend that the swinging gate worked. Now we're 8.
That's true. That just gets you the 2 points back.
And we get the ball back. So positives all the way around. But I know the coaches would have loved a touchdown.
Well, looking at that last punt that Lackawanna had, it was close to being blocked. Close. And I think the coaches sent something there saying, "Okay, this is something we can continue to attack and exploit," and the Badgers do just that and get themselves an extra 2 points. That makes it 8-0, 3:24 to go before halftime. So this becomes huge, Nate, because if you get the ball back, or you do get the ball back here, you march down and score.
Yep.
Going to the locker room up 2 scores, that's massive, especially given that Lackawanna gets the ball to start the second half.
Yeah. So the Badgers really need to come with points here, even if it's just a field goal. Get yourself up 2 scores, and then you feel really good about going into the second half.
Should be an interesting conversation at halftime between across the boards. You ever watch the Manning cast on Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli?
Uh-huh.
Did you ever? This was last year, I want to say. Peyton made a joke about how there's no such thing as halftime adjustments in the NFL. You just eat an orange and then go back out and run the exact same stuff.
Right.
It was great. But no, these coaches really are going to be looking at things and what they can do to exploit. And we've already seen with that block punt is an example of an in-game adjustment. So.
That's exactly right. And so it'll be interesting to see how Lackawanna comes out and changes their punting scheme or blocking scheme with that.
It's 8-0 for the Badgers here with 3:24 to go as Lackawanna will kick this away. This is the most time I've seen them give a team to kick it away on a free kick. Yeah. So Yeah, fascinating. 3:24 to go.
And he's going to place it. You don't see that a lot. Usually you'll see a punt-style kick on a free kick.
I think that's been a recent rule change that
they have to kick it off the ground.
Yeah, that they've made some changes there.
Very cool.
I think that you have the choice, and either way, it's a low kick fielded by the Badgers at the 35 as Lawrence Taylor comes near side. And
did you see that stiff arm that he just?
Wow. We got some extra shoving going on. Badgers just need to get back to their sideline. Lawrence Taylor. Whew. Yeah, that was. I mean, he pushed the guy, was still inbound standing up, and then stared him down before stepping out of bounds. That was
1990 Lawrence Taylor-esque.
Well, I love that we got a Lawrence Taylor IV and a Mario Williams Jr., two nasty guys in their days in the NFL.
Yes, they were.
And Lawrence, you got any Swifties in your house?
Yeah, my daughters. We don't talk about that very much.
Oh, yeah. We don't talk about it much in my house. My wife's not a Swiftie. What game? The Chiefs were playing at the Giants.
Okay.
Right? Taylor usually shows up to these games to support Travis, right? So they did a Taylor cam. It was Lawrence Taylor. One of the funniest things I've seen. Badgers go double reverse flea flicker. Welsh goes deep for it. Has a receiver. It's tipped, and then Freddie DeBow nearly came down with it. Peters and DeBow were both deep. The Lackawanna defender to get a hand on it was number 6. That's Wesley Conover from Philadelphia. Able to break up the pass. Will bring up second down. Welsh hesitated there for a minute. I think if he releases that right on the go, Nate, DeBow had enough separation there.
Yeah, I think so too, because by the time he did get the ball out of his hands, he'd almost underthrown it, and the defender had time to get in the way and almost got it picked off.
Second down and 10 with 3:10 to go. It's a delayed draw. Matt Wilson, second level, nearly gets to the first down marker. It's a gain of 9 for Matt. They might give him this. No, they say move the chains. Matt Wilson again with the Douglas Dentistry first down, and the Badgers move it with under 3 to go in the half.
You got to love it. They're actually doing what they want to do with the ball on offense right now, and I quite enjoyed this game.
Well, the moment that Matt hits that second level,
yeah,
boy, things get exciting awfully quick. Welsh on first down and 10. A single receiver to either side for Jace. It's a give to Matt. Good hole for Wilson. Gets stacked a little bit better that time. It's still a gain of 3 for Matt. We'll bring up second down coming up.
And this is where you open your playbook up. You've got a play-action pass option here that I think would work wonders.
I love some good play action after it's been set up like that. There's nothing quite like it. Approaching the 2-minute timeout here. See if they get the snap off before. I don't think they're going to here. With 2 and with 1. And that does take us to the 2-minute timeout. So, and I think they were going to run that because Stephon Sellers is saying, come on, man. I was going to have him beat. That's the 2-minute timeout. Badgers with an 8-0 lead looking to add on to it next. You're tuned in to Snow College Football on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom, Channel 10, and SnowTV.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Welcome back on in. We are at the 2-minute timeout. It's not the 2-minute warning. There's a very big distinction that they've made between that college football and the NFL on that. Second down and 7 here for the Badgers. Different formation for Snow College here. Coming out of the timeout. As DeBow comes in motion, they fake the jet sweep. It's a keeper for Jace Welsh. There's a flag flies. Jace gets the first down, but I'm going to guess this is some kind of illegal motion. Yeah, some kind of illegal procedure. So it's likely backs the Badgers up 5 yards. well called on the play as Jace called his own number there, but yeah, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 now for this Badger offense. 1:55 to go before halftime, and like you said, Nate, at this point, you still got 2 of your timeouts. Still, certainly have a lot. Your playbook's still very open at 1:55, but getting behind the chains sometimes that could really disrupt a drive.
Yeah, it changes up your playbook a little bit. You kind of get pushed more to passing now instead of the options of run pass. But Jace has been on tonight. I'd like to see what he wants to do here.
It's going to be a give to Wilson. Matt falls that lead block, falls forward, gain of 4, maybe 3 on 2nd down, and we'll bring up 3rd down and 8 now. Tackle made by Lackawanna's number 7, Michael Johnson. Called his name a number of times tonight. Had the big sack for Lackawanna. So it's 3rd down and 8 for the for the Badger offense. Can the Falcon defense put Snow in an uncomfortable position here? Clock is running at 1:22. Play clock's down to 12. 2 to either side for Jace Welsh. Awaits the snap. With 4, takes it. Pressure comes, throws far side, good complete, ball. 1st down, perfect. You called it, Nate. A great ball to that far side. Mikhail Paiva with the Douglas Dentistry 1st down, moves the sticks. Snow knocking on the door now of the Cache Valley Bank end zone as they are down to the 29-yard line. Yeah,
that was a huge play to keep the drive going, and now you're within field goal range, right? So now you kind of run the ball, play it safe, and then if Matt gets you a touchdown, great. If not, then you get the field goal.
2 to either side. Badgers with 2 timeouts, 50 seconds to go before the break. Welsh in shotgun, brings Vila in motion, takes the snap, back to pass. Jace is going to throw it far side. A diving snag. Was that hauled in? It was.
Great catch.
Unbelievable snag over on the far side by Kazan Vila. There is a flat. Is there a penalty marker? There is. Back at the 33-yard line. The Badgers are marching forward. Is this a roughing the passer call that they're going to tack onto this?
I was going to say, if you're running forward, it probably is.
Body language is usually the indicator of who's it on. Okay. So a hand to the face illegally by Lackawanna, and then the diving catch by Kazan Villa on the sideline.
So is that tacked onto the run?
I believe so. Because Kazan caught it, about the 12-ish yard line, 11-yard line? Yeah, they're going to mark this down at the 4, where the Badgers will have 1st and goal with 38 seconds and 2 timeouts. Your whole playbook is open.
Oh, it's wide open. And I think you just keep feeding the beast in the backfield. You got a timeout after that.
Ball over to the left side. Welsh.
But we're definitely wasting time.
Yeah, down to 24 seconds here. Jace back to pass. Pump fakes with it. Now he's going to take off and run. Jace turns the corner. Dives for the end zone, and he is in for 6. Jace Welsh gets in for the Badgers, and that makes it 14-0 with the PAT pending.
That's one of the things that people don't realize about Jace Welch. He can move on his feet, and he just doesn't do it a lot. And so
he's got good size for a quarterback at 6'3", and boy, certainly showed that length to his advantage there as he fell into the end zone. Badgers now at 14-0 with 13 seconds remaining in the half. They'll go with this little pitch from Summers, and it's caught for the 2-point conversion. So
there you go.
A lot of things you can run out of the swinging gate, I guess. As the Badgers make it 16-0 with 13 seconds to go, they find the Cache Valley Bank end zone. We'll be right back before we get you to halftime.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Well, Nate, you're thinking the Badgers got to 16 points, so they scored 2 touchdowns, got 2-point conversions.
Yes.
That is incorrect because they did not get the first 2-point conversion, but then you get a safety to make up for it. So funky how you get to 16, but they're at 16, to say the least.
Yeah, you can score a lot of ways. And
Scoregami is always fun. seeing what you end up at as the return here by Lackawanna. Not terrible as it gets out past the 25-yard line, and oh boy, yeah.
Yep, there's
and
the
now there's
extracurricular.
a push by the Badgers, and this is going to put Lackawanna an extra 15 yards downfield with the timeout. So, yeah, and one thing, we talked a lot about how this is the second, these two teams are matching up for the second time this season. Sometimes that is what can lead to some of this, right? Like this guy's beaten up on you for 2 games now, or you've been going head-to-head for 2 full games, or a game and a half, 6 quarters worth. You can get sick of a guy.
Oh, yeah.
And needless to say, this could let's hope this does not bite the Badgers. There's 8 seconds, but this definitely gives Lackawanna maybe a little more incentive to be aggressive too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the arm strength is of this quarterback, but, when you're on the 20, I don't know too many quarterbacks going to throw 80 yards, but you could throw 50.
Tiberi's got the arm to do it for sure. Badgers again lead 16-0. It was scoreless after 1. It was a defensive slugfest, and Snow's going to have the yard advantage easily in this game. They've gotten deep into the territory of Lackawanna multiple times. Tiberi takes the snap on 1st and 10. Going to load up for it, near side. Got a guy there, and it's picked off. Jaden Robertson, does he have a second pick 6 to end the half? As Robertson stumbles, stays on his feet, heads to the far sideline. Jaden's got some space. A guy closing in from behind, and Robertson's just going to go down. I thought he was going to go back-to-back weeks with a pick 6. That's his 3rd of the season. But now we got flags flying in here. And if this is on Lackawanna, does that extend the half?
It would extend the half, or at least it should, for 1 play. They'd put 1 second back on the clock.
And now another flag comes flying in. Oh, boy.
Well, now you've offset
I was going to say, I think you've offset. The Badgers are headed to the locker room. Coaches are saying, let's just get in there and get this figured out. As the Lackawanna players, there's one specific player over on that far sideline that's having a lot to say and has multiple coaches trying to run him back to his sideline. And their locker room's over on that side too. So that's just going to do it for the first half. I don't think this is going to get extended at all, and it's probably because they're offsetting. Would be my guess.
That would be my guess too. And the officials let's just call it the half, get everybody in, calm down.
Yeah.
We got a whole other half to play, so good call.
Yeah. See what they officially mark off, they won't mark anything off here, but I'm just curious to see what the official call is.
Yeah, I have not seen a call yet.
White hat standing at the 25. He's putting his hanky back in his pocket.
Let's see if we can.
I don't know that we're going to get an explanation before the half, at least not up to the booth. They haven't started the clock yet here for halftime. I don't know this is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
the way this first half ended, and it's ended the way it began. It was so interesting. We had played so clean, right? There were those 2 early late hit penalties, personal fouls, and then it had been relatively really clean up until that point. So, all right, well, there you go. It's halftime. Your Badgers lead at 16-0. We'll break down the first half next. You're tuned in to Snow College Football on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit CentraCom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of CentraCom.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. They're neighbors, partners.
Hey, what does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. Well, all humor aside, a little plaque can be deadly. Let Dr. Colton Douglas at Douglas Dentistry make sure that a little plaque doesn't cause you a major health concern. Your good health is dependent on good dental hygiene, so make a call today and make sure you get to show off that awesome smile for years to come. Call Douglas Dentistry's new phone number, 435-258-9001, 435-258-9001.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Sanpete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
My art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style checking account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium feature lets me stay focused and bring college to the world. Open a new checking account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
Sanpete Steel and Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel and Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026 or go to sanpetesteel.com.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
Your halftime here in Scranton. It is Snow College 16, Lackawanna 0, as the Badgers take a 2-score lead and two two-point conversions into the half. Well, 1 2-point conversion and a safety into the half. How about that math for you?
Yeah, that was fun.
Don't have Greg Sterner with us, but that's some Utah Heritage Credit Union math on our Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. UCC or UHCU for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Go see our good friend Greg Sterner there on Main Street in Ephraim. He does a great job.
He sure does. You can't beat it. If you need any kind of loans or mortgage, whatever, go talk to Greg first.
He knows what he's doing.
Yes, he does.
In regards to that, and he knows what he's doing when it comes to his math. So
yes,
shout out to Greg on that.
He can add your interest rate really quick.
He's really good with it. You know, it's funny. You've come into my morning show a couple times, talk insurance. Yeah. He's come in a couple times to talk interest rates and stuff, and he's always like, "Why do you keep inviting me back? It's so boring to talk about." I'm like, "Oh, it's because people need to know."
People need to know, but they sure don't want to know. not till they need to sign papers.
I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to be staying in the house I bought for a while just because of the interest rate alone. We got it back in 2021, and it was below 3%, and have no plans on. Would rather focus on fixing stuff and putting in the stuff there than paying a higher interest rate. So anyway, go see Greg at Utah Heritage Credit Union for halftime. Well, Nate, the Badgers came out to play.
Yes, they did.
And it was a little bit of a slow start though. Even though they were moving the football really well, you had the turnover on downs inside the 2, and then you had the fumble inside the 25. So that kind of made you wonder, like, did they blow a few chances? And then Matt Wilson erupted and had been getting a lot of yards, but had just been finishing the drives. And Matt certainly did that. Jace Welsh also, I think, playing really, really well, continuing to play confidently after that game last week.
Yeah, I do too. I think the confidence is continuing to grow on both those players. And I really like the fact that the coaches are sticking with Matt and keep giving him the ball and saying, look, we believe in you to hold this ball. And he's done that so far in the end of the first half. Because that's where those touchdowns came from, to be honest.
Well, looking at some of the numbers, very much in favor of the Badgers. 18 first downs.
Nice.
to Lackawanna's 3. And those 3 first downs came on Lackawanna's first couple of drives, and then they have not picked up a first down since the opening. They did not pick up a first down in the second quarter.
Wow.
That is insane. Snows ran for 200 yards on the ground in the first half.
Okay.
Lackawanna sitting at 38. Badgers averaging 8 yards per rush to Lackawanna's 4. Lackawanna's still getting a good push, but neither team doing much in the passing game. Snows at 48 yards receiving, Lackawanna at 36 yards passing. Yards per play, Badgers averaging 6, Lackawanna averaging 3. Both teams have thrown an interception. Snow's got the 1 fumble, so they're down. Both teams have thrown. Yeah, okay, that is correct. As far as Badgers being down 2-1 in the turnover department, but still lead it. Badgers 4 for 7 on third down, 2 for 2 on fourth down. Both fourth down calls. One very, very gutsy. The other pretty typical. A 4th and 3 inside your opponent's territory. A lot of teams would go for that these days.
Which is kind of nice because going in the second half, you're going to still continue to go for it on 3rd and 4th.
Right.
It gives you the confidence to go for it on 3rd.
Sure.
Because if you don't get it, your confidence of getting it on 4th down is high. So, that's a good thing.
Oh, without question. Lackawanna's 3rd down, 1 for 6.
Ouch.
So the Badger defense getting things done on that front there. Penalties, 6 for 51 for Snow, 6 for 58 for Lackawanna.
Okay.
So
You're
pretty darn even.
And it's pretty much personal fouls.
I think we had 1 delay of game. Maybe one false start.
And a false start, and a bunch of personal fouls. Yep.
Let's get to some individual numbers for the Snow College offense. Jace Wells, 7 of 16 for 48 yards and an interception. A lot of those short routes.
Sure.
But Kazan Villa with a 21-yard snag right before the half that set them up well. He's got 2 catches, 27 yards. Mikhail Paiva, 2 for 12 as well. Wilson, 19 carries, 206 yards and a score. Along a 45. He's averaging 11 yards per touch.
What a good problem for Coach Erickson to have right now.
Oh, without question.
I mean, honestly, what do you do? I mean, other than the fact that you had the couple of fumbles, which can kill a drive, you control that, and you're MVP of the league, of the NJCAA, with numbers like that consistently. So
that's and a half for Matt Wilson. Tayson Reed, your leading tackler with 5 tackles for the Badgers. Jaden Wright's got a quarterback hit in the game. The interception came from Tenny Worthen, who got the pick for the Badgers. Also has an official pass breakup. TJ Hudson also got his paw on a football. So good overall there for the Badgers. Over for Lackawanna on their flip side of things. Let's see here. Tiberi, 4 of 13, just a 30% completion rate. Badgers secondary getting the job done, throwing the pick, 36 yards. Running the ball, Fletcher, 5 carries, 24 yards, and Akanbi, 5 for 14. So, again, those guys are getting good looks. I feel like Snow's just doing a good job forcing them into throwing situations almost. And honestly, the run game hasn't been bad for Lackawanna, and you're still only down 2 scores. I think it's too early to maybe abandon that.
Yeah, I don't think you abandoned it. It's going okay. Lackawanna's just had a couple of miscues on passes that if they catch those, there's possibly a different game. So I don't think they really changed much with their game plan. Same with Snow's offense. Jace doesn't have a lot of passing yards right now, but his throws have been on. It's just the defense for Lackawanna has broken up some of those plays. If receivers catch 2 of those 4 that are broken up, Jace Wells has 100 yards passing, and it doesn't look bad at all. So I don't think you abandon anything. I think everybody just stay right where they're at and see how it goes.
Fletcher, 2 catches, 15 yards, 1 for 11 for Palmore, 1 for 10 for Jefferson. Defense for the Lackawanna Falcons. I'm not used to having a MacBook. This is I am an old man. I'm trying to figure out a new computer, Nate, I'm telling you. 6 tackles for Johnson, their linebacker. He's been spectacular. Michael Johnson also had the sack for Lackawanna. And then the interception was Buskervy, Joshua Buskervy, who came up with that INT for Lackawanna. So those are some of their numbers at the half. Not a lot of numbers when you don't put up points. And That was the thing. Lackawanna really, Nate, when you look at giving up 200 yards rushing, should feel fortunate. They're only down 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions.
Absolutely, because this could have been 3. It could have been 3 scores.
Yeah.
There again, you fumbled down into the red zone. You're up 21 now, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 22. And so, yeah, Lackawanna should feel really fortunate that they're in the position they're in. They have plenty of time to come back. Snow has plenty of time to lock things in, and it could be a really big blowout, or we could keep it close. And for the pure love of the game, I hope they keep it close.
I think, this is Mark Duda's last game. We talked about that in the pregame show. Legendary coach here at Lackawanna. Want to see his guys play hard for him on his last night coaching. So we'll take another break here on your Snow College halftime show. Visit snow.edu and evaluate your options today and go finish what you started. Badgers and Falcons second half keys coming up. Also take a quick look at how the Jets and Patriots are faring. The Badgers saw the Jets on Sunday. A bunch of the guys went to the game. Joe Williams and I were able to see the Jets play the first time we came out. It was against a much better opponent than the Browns, but they got a closer, funner game than we did.
Yeah, Karen and I were going to come out to that and go to the Monroe game, but she felt like she needed to stay and support volleyball and soccer because they had their district games and all that, and so we stayed and flew out yesterday.
Well, let's talk about that coming back because it's a busy time in snow sports and a lot of good things happening in the Badger Athletic Department. That's coming up next on the Snow College Halftime Show here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
My name is Jared Livingston. I grew up in Sanpete County, Utah. I remember going down to the feed company back in the little offices there, got my first loan through Utah Heritage Credit Union, and ever since then fell in love with the personal atmosphere that you get with a local credit union. Been there ever since I was a little kid to today, whether we're dealing with an auto loan or just cashing a check, they're right there every time we need them.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed CentraCom fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose CentraCom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim, 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people, and many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years, and there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Hey, what does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. Well, all humor aside, a little plaque can be deadly. Let Dr. Colton Douglas at Douglas Dentistry make sure that a little plaque doesn't cause you a major health concern. Your good health is dependent on good dental hygiene, so make a call today and make sure you get to show off that awesome smile for years to come. Call Douglas Dentistry's new phone number, 435-258-9001, 435-258-9001.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Sanpete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Halftime is just about over. We're 4 minutes away from the second half. A busy time to be a Badger. The football team's up 16-0 here at the half in Lackawanna. Other sports wrapping up. Men's soccer winning the conference regular season title, Nate. Women's soccer winning the conference tournament title.
Yep.
And then women's volleyball winning the district championship in a comeback. They were down 2 sets to none.
They were. Eastern Arizona was up on them big on the first 2 sets, and they scrapped their way back through and got themselves a bid to head off to Tennessee next week. So that's where my wife will be, is in Tennessee, and I'll be at home
holding down the fort.
Holding down the fort. Yeah. So that's what we do.
The where do you know where at in Tennessee that's being played at?
I know they fly into Nashville. Clarksville, I think, is the town. I think.
Okay, nice. Very good for the Badger women. That's fantastic. And then basketball's up and running. Boy, did the men look good the other night.
Really, really
70% good. From the floor Monday night for Coach Andrew May's squad.
Yep.
And that team they played, Yavapai, those guys could play basketball. This wasn't a community Christian situation. Those guys knew how to play basketball. When I interviewed Coach May in postgame, he just looked at the stats and just shook his head. He's like, I knew we were unselfish. I had no idea. Like, that's such a fun brand of basketball to watch.
Well, and talking to him, at the end of last year, you had guys, and last year's team really clicked. And they were fun to watch. They were very unselfish. They'd pass the ball. This year's team, he said, and I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, this team has more talent. Whether they can mesh like last year's team is yet to be seen.
Sure.
And I think we're finally starting to see them get comfortable with themselves.
They got a couple big games this weekend.
They do. Indian Hills is going to really show.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad I'm missing that one. But
I'll be there. Running shot
clock. I'll be texting you because I'll be on a high school broadcast that night. But
nice.
That's going to be that's in the afternoon, I believe.
It's
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock game.
Yeah. That's going to be a good test for them. That was a fun one. I watched that one up at Indian Hills last year.
Yeah.
I was also calling a high school basketball game, and we had it pulled up on a laptop and all that good stuff. So Coach May and company off to a good start.
Yeah. And historically, Indian Hills is in the national tournament every year.
Yep.
And so that I'm excited to see it, to kind of see where this team really is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And his philosophy very similar with Coach Erickson. You want to play the best.
Yep.
Iron sharpens iron, and the Badgers are certainly going to be getting that next year in a conference. Let's talk a little bit about that adjustment.
Sure.
For Snow College. You've been independent now for 6-7 years.
Yep.
Now you're going to join a conference, and it really benefits your travel schedule. You're not having as great as this partnership's been with Lackawanna and Monroe.
Yeah.
Being able to play these games really helps out with your travel, only having to go one time zone over instead of multiple.
Yep.
You have your set. That's what Coach Erickson's most excited about. He doesn't have to go schedule games.
Because every year, this time of year, he's starting to try to put together next year's season, and now he doesn't have to, which is a huge relief for him. He's got to find 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 3, depending on how you want to do it, and I'm sure he's going to pick up the first game will be a game that get your feet wet.
Sure.
Maybe the Islanders will keep that game, or a Sussex would have been a good game for that, something like that. If they can keep Georgia Military or an Iowa Western or a Lackawanna, who technically could come play down.
True.
I think they will. I don't think they're going to pick up a cupcake game just because now they're in a conference, because Coach Erickson very much, he wants to be known as the best, and he will play the best. And if Hutch wants to play, he won't tell him no.
Yeah, no, I think that's something. Knowing Zach's competitiveness and his edge, that's certainly something. Despite the changing conference, and it gives you a lot to play for. Look, as a BYU fan, I saw this for years. Right, you lose that first game, and it just becomes so tough. What do you have left to play for now? At the JUCO level, fortunately, they've been able to get to a playoff. They've been able to get to some of these other situations, even with 1 or 2 losses, where they still have plenty to play for going into the last few weeks. But
even if they don't get in the top 4, they can still play for a conference championship, which is still a big step from before.
Right.
And so what I love is you're never going to see a 101-point game again. You're not. Texas comes to play every one of those teams, and we're excited.
We saw how good Tyler was this year. They're still undefeated. They're at number 3, I believe, in the polls, and likely playoff bound. They still have, and I like that the conference, by the way, the Southwest Junior College Football Conference that Snow's joining does that. They do a conference playoff. It's not just a conference championship game. I think that's so
fascinating.
They take
the top 4 of the conference and play basically their own tournament, and then the winner of that typically has gone and become one of the top 4 and gone to the national playoffs. So they're excited. I know Coach Erickson's excited. The athletic department as a whole is excited. And hopefully Texas is excited to have us, because we're excited to play in that conference.
Yeah, it's going to be a good thing. I mean, every time I bring it up with Zach, he just gets giddy like a
he
kid
does.
on Christmas morning. He is so excited for it. And, well, we've seen that now with Coach May on the basketball side, right? You first couple of years you're playing the likes of Salt Lake Community College and Southern Idaho.
Yep.
And now look at what he's sharpened into this basketball program at Snow College. So we're underway here for the second half as the Badgers kick deep. Lackawanna will return this from about the 2-yard line. Stutter step up to the 15-yard line, tries to take an angle, has nowhere to go, slipped up, and stays on his feet, heads over to the far side. He's going backwards, though, and the Badgers bring him down back inside the 5 because he kept going with it, Nate. Forward progress isn't going to matter here. He's down at the 5.
That's exactly right. And it's crazy because that was a great hit and to stay on your feet. But then you ran back 10 yards and got tackled at the 5. So what a fortunate for Snow College kickoff team right there, and an unfortunate event for Lackawanna.
Oh, yeah. Badger special teams doing a nice job keeping that thing going. A couple score updates for you. Number 2, Purdue. Number 8, Alabama on the hardwood. Because, Purdue's not number 2 in the country in football, I can tell you that much. Tied at 66 apiece. And that's going to come down to the wire there.
Sure is. Good for Alabama.
Jets lead the Pats 7-0. So the New York Jets maybe have found something after trading 2 of their best defensive players away, right? First down and 10 now for Lackawanna at their own 5 to start the second half. The snap to Beery, handoff to the tailback, a nice push up the gut for Fletcher as he's going to get 5, maybe 6 yards on first down. I'm surprised Lackawanna got so pass happy the way they were running the ball. And not that they were running it like Matt Wilson was, averaging 11 yards a carry, but your 2 backs were averaging over 4 yards a pop.
That's it. You run the ball 3 times, and that's 12 yards, right? So first down every 3 runs. They shouldn't go away from the run. If I was Lackawanna, I would continue to just be consistent.
Stay patient, right? To Beery. Going to hand it off again up the gut, and the push forward on the pile. It's going to be a gain of 2 on second down and 4. Third down and 2 now for this Falcon offense. And at the very least here, Nate, you got out of the shadow of your own end zone with a couple good runs.
Yes, you did.
Because you've already had the one blocked punt for a safety. You nearly had 2 the way that first half went.
Well, and that's it. And if you're going to punt again a third time out of your end zone, that's real nerve-wracking if you're a special teams coordinator.
Yeah, well, especially knowing that Snow's seen something. How do you then chess piece that and try and counter it? 2 receivers near side for Tiberi on 3rd and a yard. The give is up the gut, and the first down is had for Lackawanna and Fletcher as he gets out past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Falcons move the sticks.
Yeah, great hard run. You know, he's determined to get first downs, that's for sure.
And, you know, we talked about that, and, why abandon that when it's been reliable?
Yep.
You know, Tiberi's completion percentage has not been great tonight, but your guys are getting yards. I was just surprised that, they seem to go away from that at times. First down and 10 now for Tiberi, back on the handoff. Sure enough, Fletcher follows that line forward, keeps things pushing. A great gain on first down for Fletcher, and he's going to get a lot more as he moves out to the 35. That pile just kept going, and Fletcher moves the sticks again for Lackawanna.
Well, and the other thing the run game does is it tires out the defensive line, right? So it opens up the pass game if you can keep running the ball like this. And if I was Lackawanna, I'd continue to just run the ball and keep things simple.
First down and 10 now. Tiberi gives Fletcher, not happening that time. Kanuko Williams able to bring it down for the Badgers, a loss of a yard on the play, and that will bring up 2nd and 11. And, that's kind of the area you get into where you do start running it so much. Then that's when it's supposed to set up for you, right?
Yep. And so that would have been a prime time to run like a play action or something because the defense was zoned right in on the run.
2nd and 11, Tiberi back to pass, pocket collapsing, and Tiberi is going to go down. He's going to get sacked back at the 30-yard line. Ace Kafusi able to bring the quarterback down for a significant loss back at the 30. And just like that, the Badger defense has Lackawanna in yet another 3rd down and long.
Yeah, great defensive effort from the front. They didn't rush, they didn't blitz. So, it's just a good, hard run up the middle here to break down the offensive line to get to the quarterback.
3rd down and 15, 11:27 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers near side, single to the left for Tiberi. Badgers show a little bit of pressure up front. Tiberi takes the snap. Mario Williams has a beat on him, and the screen is incomplete. It's short. Williams got right in the breadbasket of the quarterback. Tiberi's a little bit slow to get up. Punt unit comes out here for Lackawanna. Yeah, Williams shot out of a cannon there.
Sure did.
Going after the quarterback. And once again, these Snow College linebackers doing a spectacular job. 4th down, punt unit comes back out. See how much the pressure the Badgers bring, where they already blocked one in this game. And the snap is bad. It's a fake, and it's not going to go anywhere. I think that was a designed fake for Lackawanna, and the Badgers snuffed it out perfectly. The pass was thrown forward, incomplete. Badgers have it back at the 20, their own 23-yard line. Wow.
Yeah, that's a gutsy call. It did look like a designed fake, which was really gutsy, being as many yards as you need to pick up, right? You pretty much handed Snow a score of some sort.
Right. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Ball at the 23-yard line, or this offense that ran for 200 yards in the first half will now get a chance to tack on. It's already a 16-0 lead. Welsh in shotgun. Brings a man in motion. Play fake. Jace to pass. Has a man wide open. It's Fangupo, and Fangupo can't quite track it down. Incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, the receiver kind of went to the outside of the field where he thought the ball was going to go, and Jace threw it on the inside shoulder, and he got turned around. That was unfortunate because that was a touchdown.
You know, our producer extraordinaire, Mr. Joe Williams, the director of Snow Broadcasting for the Badger Athletic Department, he rode back to the team hotel on one of the team vans that they rented out. It was the tight end and running backs group. Kime had a drop, and Joe said they were giving him a little bit of a hard time about it, so I was hoping Kime could maybe haul that one in. 2nd down and 10. Welsh, handoff, Wilson. Matt, that's as well as Matt Wilson's been defended all night. It's no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, I almost thought the way the defender's arm wrapped around his head, I thought that maybe they were going to get a face mask on that, but did not.
So 3rd and 10 for the Badger offense. Welsh goes empty set here, trips near side, 2 receivers to the far right. 10:40 to go in the 3rd quarter for Jace Welsh. In shotgun. Awaits the snap. Lackawanna shows pressure. It's a low snap. Jace picks it up well. Pumps, goes down. He's going to get sacked back at the 30-yard line. Number 9 coming up with that sack for Lackawanna. That is the linebacker Brody Doherty, freshman out of Mannheim, Pennsylvania, with the sack.
You know, and that's one of those where you take the sack. You don't just chuck it up in the air to get you some kind of an interception. You don't cause an intentional grounding. You just take the sack. Even if you go for it here and you come up into the 20s, 15-yard range, there again, it's like setting back a punt. It's Snow's not in a bad situation here.
So 4th down and about 18 to go for the Badger offense. 2 to either side here for Jace Welch. Lackawanna brings 4. Jace's pocket holds, now collapses, rolls to the right. This is going to come back with a flag even if it's complete. Jace throws it across the middle, and it's incomplete. Lackawanna is going to decline this penalty and get the football back.
Yeah, I would assume they'll just take possession of the ball here.
So the miscue on the fake punt from Lackawanna set Snow up in a prime position, and the Badgers couldn't do anything with it.
Didn't do anything with it. Nothing. I don't even think they get a yard.
Are they calling this on Lackawanna? Illegal use? Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Hands to the face.
Wow, that is massive.
Because of where you're sitting, I believe that goes half the distance, automatic 1st down, yes?
Let's see as they march this off here. It is automatic for sure. That's going to be a fresh set of downs regardless for the Badger offense. And I think you are right on, Nate. Yeah, the 15 yards. They were at the 31. And so they mark it up to the 21-yard line. Let's see. So it's a 10-yarder. 10-yarder automatic 1st down.
I would love to see a play-action pass right here.
1st down, the Badger offense stays out on the field. Lackawanna's defense unable to get the stop. The draw to Wilson. Matt has a first down and then some. 10-5, he's gone. Matt Wilson in, and then a flag gets thrown, and now the Badgers are complaining about this as DeBow and Wilson are beside themselves.
Well, Wilson should be upset. He just got a touchdown taken away from him, and I don't know what the flag was. It came in so late.
Yeah, this is interesting. It's certainly on the Badgers, and they do call a hold. So Snow College gets called for the holding penalty, and that will back them up. An additional 10 from the spot. Now, I don't think this is going to end up hurting them, similar to that one penalty they had earlier in the game.
Right, because if it's a spot foul and it was on the 5, then you just push to the 15.
And they're going to say this happened, at the 3, at the 4, the 3-yard line? So Badgers will have 1st and 7 at the 3. How often do you have a 1st and 7?
After a hold?
After a hold, yeah. So Matt Wilson touchdown is off the board. Badgers still with a 16-0 lead, looking to add to it here. 9:27 to go in the third quarter. Welsh, low snap, play fake. Jace throws the tunnel screen complete to Matt Wilson. Matt turns the corner inside the 10-5, gets into the end zone. Will not be denied that time. There are no flags until now. And this is going to be well after the play.
And I'm wondering if that...
Huh.
I'm kind of
I'm very
not
confused.
Sure what happened.
Yeah. There's some celebration going on by the Snow offensive line after the fact, but a flag was thrown. Matt Wilson's touchdown does stand here.
All I can think of is personal foul.
They call a late hit on Lackawanna, so that'll likely be enforced on the kickoff again.
Yeah. And that's where this gets out of hand because you have nothing to lose, right? If you're Lackawanna.
Yeah, this is your last game. Wow. So now the Badgers bring that swinging gate in for an actual kick here.
I would assume they would just kick it here.
Make it 23-0 with 9:20 remaining here in the third. Extra point. The snap's good, hold good. Kick from Joseph Brandt is easily through. So with 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3, it's Snow College 23, Lackawanna 0 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
Art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose, and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am Lacawana. With my style check-in account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium future lets me stay focused and bring college to the world. Open a new checking account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Badgers and Falcons, Snow College, it appeared Lackawanna's defense got the stop they needed, Nate. They forced a turnover on downs, but then the hands to the face gave them the automatic first down to the Badgers, and Snow was able to cash in really twice. A hold pulled Snow out of the end zone, and then Matt Wilson, they made sure he got his second touchdown of the game either way.
Yeah, it's penalties is a funny thing in this game, and Lackawanna had the ball back, and that one penalty changes everything. So,
well, New England's evened things up with the Jets. That's now tied at 7. Got Drake May in an important fantasy league, so I'm hoping finds the end zone tonight. A time or two for the Pats. There's a return opportunity. Fair catch called for at the 15-yard line, where it will be 1st down and 10 for the Falcons, who started that drive great, picked up a couple first downs running the football, and then a not good run on first down, a penalty on second down, and then found themselves in a 3rd and long, and just that's kind of been the story of the night. They finally started to get something going offensively, and this was a team that scored 38 points against Snow College the first time they met. You can tell they're hurting, especially at that wide receiver position. Yeah,
you lose your offensive threats. Snow's defense has really kind of found their stride the last couple of games, and when you can't move the ball and you're focused only on the run, it can only last for so long. But you don't go away from it because that's the only thing producing for you.
9:20 to go here in the third on a cold, cloudy night here in Scranton, PA. Tabiri throws near side complete. Good comeback route. And a curl gets a first down and then some for the wide receiver out past the 40-yard line of Lackawanna. I believe coming down with that reception for Lackawanna was number 80. Let's see who that is. That is Zaire Hines from Garner, North Carolina. Our guy from Garner
That's
gets
right.
the catch and run for a first down.
Which was the same pass play that they ran to him before that he dropped.
Yep.
And so
redeems himself there, and Lackawanna gets a first down out past the 40-yard line. 8:47 to go here in the third. Two receivers near side, single far side for Jacob Tabiri. Claps the hands, play fake, gets rid of it. It's high, and Jaden Robertson wishes he had that one back.
Sure does.
Threw it just a little bit high for Jamal Jefferson Jr., and if Robertson had been one step to his right, could have housed it, honestly. Would have had one guy to beat heading back?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is he was set up, so if the receiver would have touched that ball, he would have got lit up. And because he missed the ball, Robertson's out of position to make the interception. So
coming up on 9 o'clock Eastern here.
Feels like 1.
Boo-hoo, you folks back in Utah, just getting to 7 o'clock. As the handoff goes up the right side, a good run from Fletcher here on 2nd and 10. We'll bring up 3rd down and short now. Fletcher's had a nice game as far as yards per carry, as Jefferson and Kanuka Williams having some words now. And nothing's being done about it. So this is interesting. Officials are not doing anything here. There's literal guys pointing and yelling at each other. They say play on. That's interesting. 3rd and short, either way here for Lackawanna with 8 minutes remaining in the third. The snap, Tabiri, pocket, collapses, and he gets absolutely eaten alive. Tayson Reed, looking like a Power 4 football player with a massive sack for the Badger defense. It's 4th down.
Absolutely.
4th down. We can hear. I love that we can hear these coaches. They're going for it. They're going for it. Stay out there, defense. That's great. 7:30 to go here in the third. Lackawanna, I guess, doesn't. They're going to go for it here, Nate. They don't have anything to lose at this point. 2 far side, single near side for Tabiri. Back to pass on 4th down. Tabiri rolls out to his right, pointing. A flag comes flying in. Tabiri hoists it, and it is incomplete. This is going to be a turnover on downs, and if this flag is a hold, which the way Lackawanna is walking back to their bench, I'm going to guess this is against Lackawanna. Or are they saying this is on Snow? Oh.
You know, I would think it's a hold, but there again, hands to the face, just like against Lackawanna on the other possession. First down now for Lackawanna.
So Lackawanna now gets it. So that's twice now we've seen an illegal use of hands to the face. Or do they call it just a defensive hold here? They march way more off than the 10. Maybe they called pass interference. I'm not sure. First down either way for Lackawanna into Snow territory. Is this the first time they've been in Badger territory tonight?
It's the first time in the second half.
I think so. I'm thinking so. Snap to Tabiri. The handoff right side, Fletcher. And Fletcher stiff arms. Heads for the sideline. A good gain from Fletcher as Mario Williams Jr. forces him out of bounds at around the 35, 34-yard line. A good gain from Fletcher. Brings up 2nd down and short. Fascinating how you were talking about penalties, Nate, and how fascinating they can be, and that right there certainly certainly the way the ebbs and flows go. Right, the penalties were really even in the first half, both in number and in yardage.
Yeah,
and I'd imagine it's probably going to be similar by the end of this game.
Well, it feels like we're just trading the same penalty back and forth between each team, and so it's keeping it even and changing the momentum a little bit.
Fletcher with a nice run gets a first down for Lackawanna to the 25-yard line. Lackawanna trying to get in the red, certainly their first trip to the red zone if they get another 5 yards here. They're going to actually mark him back at the 28 and say where he was down. Substitution at running back as Fletcher gets a well-deserved breather after some nice running. I believe this is 36 that's come in. Jeree Mills, the sophomore from Lorton, Virginia. And he's going to get the call right side, tripped up. But a good gain on first down, a gain of 5, maybe 6 for Mills. They're going to give him 4 at the end of the day. See, that's why I don't have Greg Sterner's Utah Heritage Credit Union math. I called 6. It was only 4. 6 to go.
60, yeah, see, you had it
There
right.
we go. Tabiri, handoff, Mills, up the middle, stutter step. Mills a big bruising back as he keeps the legs churning. Another 3 yards for Mills. We'll bring up third down.
It's built like the old Ricky Williams. You know, just power.
We got third down and 3, 5:28 to go here in the third. Badgers with a 3-score game still, 23-0. Tabiri, 2 receivers far side, single near side. New play call comes in for Tabiri. Awaits the snap. It's going to be a handoff right side. Stutter step, getting to the edge. First down, and then some from Fletcher as he's down inside the 10. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A nice run there from Fletcher. He's ran really, really hard in the second half.
He really has. It was a great home field tackle.
And the Badger kind of mentality on this drive, Nate's been bend, don't break.
Yeah.
We'll see now if that defense can get a stop here in the red zone. Tabiri, handoff Fletcher right side. Good blocking. Fletcher stutter steps. Badgers do a nice job wrapping up, though. We got a flag. I'm trying to see, because this is also, you can tell this is also used for soccer, right, this field. It's got the lines painted on it. And that yellow, it's a yellow soccer line. I can't tell if there's a hanky sitting right there.
Is it on the near sideline?
They call a hold, yeah, sure enough, on Lackawanna. By the way, went to that BYU East Carolina game, went out and visited my folks.
Yeah.
A lot of yellow on that field. That's not a good thing for football. You think there's a flag every single solitary play.
That's right, because of their colors.
The
they
purple
probably
and
have
gold.
a lot of the same thing.
Yeah. Haven't had too much of an issue with that. I think it's just because it's the soccer lines, right? They're not football lines that they're using it like they do at ECU. First down, and where the spot was, mark that back 6-7 yards. 1st and 17 now for Lackawanna. Does this penalty end up being a backbreaker? Tabiri in shotgun, takes the snap, back to pass, rolling, throws over the middle. It is hauled in and caught. A diving catch by Fletcher out of the backfield. He gets back those 7 yards. Bring up second down.
Yeah, it was a really good shoestring catch right there because I thought it was thrown right in the turf.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to quite haul it in, and certainly did. So, second down and goal now, or 2nd and 10, excuse me. Lackawanna can get a first down. They've just got to get it down in between the 1 and the end zone, and the way they're still have a 0 on the scoreboard, they're hoping to make it into the end zone here for the first time tonight. Give the Badger defense a lot of credit.
Yeah, they've been out there a long time, so.
Back to pass to Beery. Pocket holds to Beery. Just is going to throw this out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete, and that will bring up 3rd down and 10 from the 11-yard line. So, again, Lackawanna can still get a first down. There's not a lot of room. And now another penalty marker's out there. See what this is. We've had a number of penalties in this quarter.
Yes, we have, which is completely opposite of the first half.
And none of these have been personal foul type stuff. You know, hands to the face, offensive and defensive holds. Lackawanna's marching back, though.
I think this third quarter is taking as long as the whole first half did.
It's 9 o'clock Eastern, which again.
They just called an intentional grounding.
Really? See, and I thought if you throw it out of the back of the end zone, that's part of the legal play of it.
Yeah,
so
that's a very interesting call.
So it only costs him it only backs him up 1 yard, though, from where Tabiri threw it from. So 3rd and 11 from the 12. That Badger sideline getting amped up for a stop here. Tabiri in shotgun. Takes the shotgun snap, play fake. Badgers bring blitz. Tabiri takes a shot at the end zone back corner, just overthrows his receiver. Even if the receiver had gotten enough separation, I don't think that he's going to be able to come down to bounds with that, Nate.
Well, and I apologize to the fans at home because that ball was thrown right at that seam of that window that went dark.
Well, it was an incomplete pass.
It was an incomplete pass, but I couldn't catch it.
There's nothing missed there. That's that JUCO stuff right there, right? 3:21 to go here in the third quarter. It's 4th and 11. If you're Lackawanna, you got nothing to lose at this point, down 3 scores. You need a touchdown. Field goal's not going to do you a whole lot of good.
Yeah, I think this is the right call if you're Lackawanna. You got to go for it.
2 near side, single receiver far right for Tabiri. Takes that shot at the end zone and just misses again on 4th down.
Threw it into the black sea of
to the void, if you will.
The void of my camera angle.
So it's incomplete. Badgers defense continues to pitch a shutout. And again, Nate, I think Lacawana is really missing those 3 wide receivers we talked about in pregame. Because ran the ball really well that entire drive. But then you get backed up with the penalty and kind of forced into a throwing situation. Makes it tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Your hands are tied, right? You got to do what you got to do. And you're 100% right. I'm sure they're missing some of that offensive threat they've had all year.
2 receivers near side, far to the right for Jace Wells. Single tight end near side for Jace. And the back is Matt Wilson. 3:17 to go here in the third quarter. Snap, the give to Matt. Wilson, huge hole up the middle. First down and then some. Wilson stays on his feet, 35-40, 45-yard line. Matt Wilson. He's going to be cooking for 300 yards if it keeps up at this rate. My goodness.
Do we know, have we heard, has Matt had any offers? Do we know? Have you heard anything?
I have not seen anything on, and I get most of this from the Twitter account.
Sure.
They do a good job of getting all that out. I'm gonna look this up though, because boy, the way Matt's played these last couple weeks certainly should be in the conversation. Play fake for Welsh. Jace throws a nice softball, and that is dropped by Kime Fengupo. Had it right in his bracket. Had Paiva open too, but goes to Kime. It's incomplete. We'll bring up second down. A lot of offers coming in, though, and you see that usually by the time November rolls around, right? I know Jaden Robertson got a bunch of offers this week from a number of FCS-level schools. Obviously, the big news was Taysom Reed going to Utah, and a big deal for him. And, it's really, really, really fun to see these guys go and do. Look at what John Taumapeo is doing at BYU this year. I mean, has just been spectacular on that defensive line. The give to Wilson again here. Gets flipped up, stays on his feet, and falls forward. My goodness, Matt Wilson.
He is running really, really hard right now. That's for sure.
Literally got picked up, flipped over, and stayed on his feet and got another yard or 2 out of it. Third down and short coming up now.
Yeah, like you were saying, though, it has been really fun to watch some of these young men get picked up by bigger programs, go into the NFL. And to be able to watch them has been really, really fun, at least for the time that I've gotten to know a lot of these players.
Low snap. Welsh gives Wilson left side, spins forward. It's going to depend on the spot. I think he's going to be just shy here. 4th down and a yard for the Badger offense.
And that's not a bad thing. I mean, you're picking up 2, 3, 4 yards to carry. You're keeping the clock running.
Isaiah Jatta, another one of those names that's doing big things at the Division I Power 4 level right now. Dallin Bentley up at Utah, that tight end position. 4th and short, they give to Wilson. Matt's going to get the first down easily. As the Badgers move the sticks yet again, we're 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. Again, it's been all Snow College, and a lot of it shows on the scoreboard. Matt Wilson has been the bell cow back, and your defense has just been spectacular.
Absolutely.
All 3 levels of the defense have been good tonight. Welsh with a single to either side. Wilson is at his right hip. Play fake for Jace. Going to take a shot. Goes deep on that far side. A flag flies in. It's just in and out. Again, a perfectly placed ball as he tried to hit Jack Dean Burke on that far sideline. Give the defender credit for sticking his hand in. I think the interference or the hold came early in the throw, though, because that flag was out quick over on that far side.
Yeah, but there again, Jace's throws have been spot on.
What more do you want to ask out of him, right? Yeah.
It's not like he's underthrown or way over. He's putting the ball right where it needs to be. Defense is just playing really well.
So they're going to call a hold on Lackawanna's defense. And that'll give the Badgers yet another first down here, approaching 1 minute to go in the third quarter. And Nate, you got to give this group a lot of credit. Their 4 losses this year, 3 of the top 5 teams in junior college football, and then an FBS JV team that runs a very wonky offense that's really hard to prepare for. And that game went to triple overtime on top of that as Wilson stutter steps, falls forward. Another great first down run for Matt Wilson, a gain of 7. But this team could have folded at 3 and 4, right?
100%.
This is not the way things have gone especially since Coach Erickson's taken over, and this is the most adversity he's certainly faced in his time as the head coach. And boy, they have done the absolute opposite of folding and
Yeah.
just played some phenomenal football these last few weeks.
Yeah, you got to take your hat off to them because you're right. And the thing is, when you play top 10 teams week in and week out, you're either going to be amazing or you're going to have a rough record, and they just happen to have a rough record because the ball didn't bounce your way most of those games.
Welsh's pass to Peters falls incomplete. We'll bring up 3rd down and 4. But, that's the sign of a good coach and a good leader, and has certainly lit a fire under these guys. And that's part of junior college football, too. You still got a lot to play for, trying to make it to the next level, trying to put things on film and on tape, and that's going to be a big green flag for Division I coaches, right? Saying, hey, you played, even though your team maybe didn't have the year they wanted, you played and played hard. As Wilson carries it right side, hurdles a man, 1st down, and then some, stays on his feet. Wilson inside the 5, and he's in. The ball came out. They say touchdown before, though. The official on the far side signals touchdown. There was no fumble. Matt Wilson with a hat trick. My goodness, what a run from Matt.
Well,
and now flags are coming out again. Wow.
There's a lot to break down on this one.
you got an injured Lackawanna player in the far end zone. He's now up and going as the Badger special teams unit comes back out. Boy, Matt Wilson, just no stopping him tonight.
No.
There's no chance of it. He's been that good.
He has been that good.
And refused to go down. My goodness.
There's another flag.
So, yeah, and this has been an issue after plays in tonight's ball game.
The only criticism I have is just secure that ball. It's because that fumble there was close enough that it could actually get.
Oh, as an Arizona Cardinals fan, trust me, I know.
So
I'm well aware of the whole not extending the ball out before you get to the end zone.
Well, it looks like something's going to go against Snow because the White Hat's down here talking to Lackawanna's coach. I'm sure there's multiple.
So they call unsportsmanlike conduct on Lackawanna twice. Wow.
Interesting.
So you can only accept one of them. So that, again, will be enforced. Snow will once again kick from the 50. I don't know that I've seen a team kick from the 50 3 times in one game, and we still got 11 seconds left here in the third.
Yeah, it was a long third quarter.
And I was hoping to maybe hit up Chili's after this, but they close at 10 o'clock, so that's not happening.
You're getting McDonald's hot and spicy is what you're getting.
Extra points good from Brant. So that makes it 30-0. Snow College continues to dominate here in Pennsylvania. We'll bring you the last 11 seconds of the third quarter next. Maybe. That's another flag's thrown.
I think somebody just threw a punch.
If that's the case, they're gone.
Ejected.
Yeah. We'll take a break, sort this out next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
Welcome back on in. We've got, a lot to sort out.
Feels like a laundromat, to be honest.
Yeah, without question on that front, Nate.
Well, what was interesting is we, during the conference of officials, another flag came out while we were at break. So there was another unsportsmanlike just barely called.
So is Snow going to be kicking this from Lackawanna 35? So the march off, let's see here.
That would be awesome.
That would be, I cannot say I would have ever seen that. Oh, my goodness.
Because you had the two, you accepted the one, and then you had a second one.
Wow.
So now you pooch kick this up as high as you can at like the 22, and you just lay into someone, I guess, is what you do if you're special teams. Try to get a fumble? Or do you kick an onside?
At this point, just kick an onside kick. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all at this juncture.
No, but you would definitely have.
And Joseph goes the high kick. You're out. It's fair caught. And that's going to be kick catch interference on the Badgers on special teams now.
I'm starting to feel like it's a 12-year-old Pee-wee game.
A lot of flags, my friend. A lot of flags. They're flying. Well, we still got 11 seconds to go here in this third quarter, Nate, but the Badgers doing a nice job just continuing what they did in the first half, and that's run the football extremely well, and that's play solid defense. Now, Lackawanna started to get some momentum, right? Running the football, setting up things a little bit better that way. But when it mattered most, the Badger defense able to get off the field again. And now
So it's going to go to the 25 for the fair catch, and then add 15 or 10 to that?
I think it's 15. So this is wild. Snow kicked it off from the 35-yard line. Oh, they're marching. They're doing a lot of marching here. Boy.
So it's a 15-yard from...
So it'll be at the 25, so the 40. Yeah, it's at the 40.
So Snow kicked it from the 35, so they lost 5 yards on
it was a minus 5-yard kick. Wow.
I guess I should turn the camera. Sorry, folks.
This is a new wow. The whole that whole sequence of the multiple unsportsmanlike.
I don't think we can get out of the third quarter fast enough. Let's see if we can get through this next 11 seconds and just start over here in the fourth.
2 to either side for Jacob Tabiri here with 11 seconds to go. In shotgun. Claps the hands, surveys, collapses, rolls to his left. Tabiri's going to step up, and Tayson Reed's going to finish him off after he dives for just a short gain of a couple yards, and that will take us to the end of 3 quarters. Snow College 30, Lackawanna 0. Fourth quarter action next here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
Sanpete Steel and Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel and Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
Welcome back on In Badgers and Falcons. Final quarter of play in this regular season of junior college football. Badgers looking to finish the season on a 3-game win streak, finish at 6-4. You don't like to call losses quality losses, Nate, but the 4 losses are pretty darn good teams.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you won the games you're supposed to win, and you just happen to lose the games that could go either way, and it just wasn't your year, and that's okay. You learned a lot, and I think we've seen a lot of growth from this team.
Run up the gut here, and a good gain again. This was 2nd down and 7. It's a gain of 5 up the gut for Lackawanna. Taking that carry. I believe that was Jalen Fletcher, and sure enough, the 5'9", 205 redshirt freshman. It's a nice touch there. 3rd down. He's had a great second half for them.
Yeah.
They just got behind the chains at the wrong time on their last drive. 14:30 left. Clock is rolling here in the fourth. As Lackawanna is going to go 2 to the far side. Single receiver near side for Jacob Tabiri. Badgers show blitz. They bring it. Tabiri holds, now escapes, rolls to his right, just throws it back across the middle, and it's intercepted. The Badgers get it back.
That's Dallin
Sweat. The local flavor able to get the INT, and the Badgers will head the other way.
Yeah, she's going to be really excited the rest of this weekend, that's for sure. Good for Dallin Sweat to be right in the right place at the right time. He works hard. He's a hard worker.
I called a lot of his high school games, and that kid, I don't know that I've ever seen a middle linebacker know his role the way Dallin Sweat knew his role at Manti. Always was in on every tackle, every single play.
Well, he's just such a good kid that he doesn't mouth off. He shows up on time. He gets his job done. He stays consistent. And for a local kid, we don't get rid of a lot of local kids recruited, right? So to come out and play as well as he's done, and kids like Reggie Frischneck and
You got Keegan Hall from
Hall,
Jewup that's been around, yeah.
And so it's exciting for locals to be able to see the local kids do well.
Back to pass as well. Jace stands in the pocket, throws a dart. It's high, incomplete, trying to go for Cale McCoy. Downs going to be hoping to get back soon after this trip, rooting on his father-in-law as the head coach at Manti. They got that state championship game on Saturday morning. Dallin, of course, was on that Manti team that last played for a state championship just 2 years ago. No, I've known Dallin a long time. Share a backyard with his family or neighbor a backyard, should say. Another free play here for Jace Welsh. Jace fires. Paiva catches 30, 25, stays on his feet, spins, and is ultimately brought down a dart. How many times have we seen Jace Welsh go with the hard count tonight, Nate, and then know how quickly to get rid of that ball?
Yeah, he's done a really good job at drawing the defensive line. Even if you don't get the offsides, you get them out of their sequence, and Jace has done a really good job of that tonight.
Beautifully done. So that'll bring up 1st down and 10 from the 23-yard line for the Badgers, trying to maybe put a finishing touch on this and maybe the final nail in the coffin of this one. 2 to either side for Welsh. Low snap to give on a jet sweep to Kazan. Stutter steps, now cuts back to the left side. A flag comes in as we hear coaches aren't happy about something upstairs.
I think
this is likely going to come back.
Turn it up, you know.
We're in a really nice booth, by the way. We've got ample room. I mean, we could fit an entire production truck in here if we really wanted to.
But they're paper thin floor to ceiling.
The floor to ceiling ratio is not I don't want to say it's not good. It's just the thin. You said thin. That's the right word to use. Yeah,
it's like thin. A piece of sheet metal, and that's it.
We've had fun with that tonight.
Yes,
and you know, it's always fun when we're on the road and getting to talk to coaches, you know, during pre and post setup, and will be interesting to talk to them post game here today.
Yes, it will.
Got a single receiver to either side after the hold, so 1st down and 20 for Welsh. Takes the snap, gives Wilson. No, it is Wilson. Yes, left side. Matt follows that lead blocker left side, and they're going to get a good chunk of those yards back, a gain of 7, maybe 8 on 1st down and 20 for the Badger offense.
And I think Matt Wilson's hurt.
Oh, geez. And, you know, Matt has had such a great – he's going to come off
a
little gingerly.
Like he kind of tweaked that knee a little bit. Is that what he was injured early in the season, was a knee injury?
I want to say so. So this will bring up 2nd down and 15 now for the Badger offense after a gain of 5 from Wilson. Trips near side for Welsh. Boswell is the tailback. Quick hitter from Jace. It's complete. Cuts back upfield. Cale McCoy tries to shed the tackle. Will not, but he gets a good chunk of yards. Give him 10 on 2nd and 15, 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, really good pitch and catch there. I'm glad he didn't just get himself a penalty by spinning that ball in the field.
We had so many penalty markers in that 3rd quarter. And a few to start here in the 4th. 3rd down and 5. 11:55 to go here in quarter number 4. Badgers up 30-0, looking to put another one on here. Head back to Ephraim Happy on this 2-game road trip. Handoff via up the gut and in for 6. Kazan taking it in for the touchdown. Badgers make it 36-0 with the PAT pending. A nice take from Kazan, and the Badgers will send that swinging gate crew back out once again. As Joseph Brandt will be the kicker. We've seen a punter throw a 2-point conversion to the long snapper. We've seen the swinging gate fail, and they're just going to kick the PAT here. Brandt's had a good season.
Yes, he
kicking
has.
The football. That's been a good thing for him. A low snap, holds good, kick good on the way from Joseph Brandt, and that will make it 37-0, 11:39 remaining here in the 4th quarter. All Badgers. We'll have more next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom, Channel 10, and SnowTV.
I'm J.L. Larson.
And I'm Sarah Larson.
We're the owners and operators of Freedom Ford in Gunnison, Utah. We've been in business now for 38 years. Of those 38 years, we've done business with Utah Heritage Credit Union for over 20 of them. Even our kids have savings accounts there.
Utah Heritage is a great staple to Sanpete County. Homegrown credit union here that has helped, I believe, thousands of families throughout the valleys.
Badgers and Falcons. It's been all Snow College, 37-0. Lackawanna team scored 38 the first time these teams met, Nate. And Snow right now shutting a pitch out. Now, losing your top 3 receivers, that'll have that kind of an impact, right? But still got to give the Badgers a lot of credit here as Brandt sends this deep and high and in for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 Falcons coming up here.
Yeah, you can't take away anything from the defense on this. They've played really well the last couple of weeks. And what a great way to end the season on a high, especially from a defense fan. But even the offense. The offense has played better today than they typically have been. And
the last 2 weeks have been great.
Been great ball.
And against quality, not top 5 opponents, but quality opponents, right? Monroe was receiving votes in the poll last week. Lackawanna has been ranked at different points this season. So you absolutely take those positives and run with it. So 2 receivers near side, single receiver to the far right for Tiberi. Claps the hands, gets rid of it on a screen pass. Jefferson makes the catch and then slips. Just goes down.
Maybe catch a 1 yard, maybe?
Yeah, they'll give him a yard on it. Clock runs at 11:30. Here in the fourth quarter, we're at a 9:30 Eastern time. 7:30 back in Ephraim. Update on that Jets-Patriots, our Thursday night football game that's going on not terribly far from here. It's almost halftime. New England's up 14-7. Tiberi holds well, throws near side, complete. And that is complete to the far side, or near side receiver, number 80, our friend from North Carolina, Garner, North Carolina. Zaire Hines makes the catch and moves the sticks. Went to South Garner High School. I have to ask my parents how close that is to their house. Garner's a nice little neighborhood, though. Tell you what, North Carolina is not anything to bat your eye at. It's beautiful.
It sure is.
Right side, big hole Fletcher, second level, 35, 40, 45 to the other side, near the 40-yard line. A great run from Fletcher, and that moves the sticks for Lackawanna as they get the first down.
I would say the only thing that's not good out of North Carolina is the
I'm waiting for this.
Charlotte Airport, not good.
Oh, okay. I'll agree with you on that. I've had some close calls at the Charlotte Airport.
It looks like it's been under construction for the last 80 years.
It's cold in there. We were going to the Turks and Caicos a few years ago, and it was 6 a.m. We had to get beach towels out to keep us warm because you don't pack a jacket going to Turks and Caicos in July. As Tiberi escapes, heads for the sideline, just dives, gets out past the 30-yard line where he'll have a first down. A nice run from Jacob Tiberi.
Yeah, it's a good offensive series for Lackawanna, to be honest. It's kind of what they were doing in the first quarter. And let's see if they can get a score out of this.
First down and 10 at the 29 for the Falcons. They're going to go trips to the far side. Single receiver near side for Jacob Tiberi. Takes the snap. Gives to the back Mills. Mills stays on his feet. Gets to the 20-yard line. A nice return by Mills. Just got a text from a buddy that said the Charlotte Airport ... And this particular buddy, if it weren't for his long legs, we would have missed a connecting flight. He sprinted to that connecting door and told him to hold it for the rest of us slower people. So that was a different trip to the Turks and Caicos Islands, but there's always something eventful that happens at the Charlotte Airport apparently when we go. Under 9 to go here in the ball game. Lackawanna trying to get in the end zone. 2nd down and 1. They give to Mills. Up the gut. First down and then some. Mills, a big bruising back. Stays on his feet. Gets down inside the 10. Excellent running here from the backup tailback, Jerry Mills, out of Lorton, Virginia. First and goal now from the 10 for Lackawanna. They've had first down at this juncture previously and could not punch it in. Can they do so here? Tiberi. The give to Mills. Mills wrapped up from behind. An excellent come from behind tackle for the Badgers. Caleb Miller, who had a whale of a game against Community Christian, gets a nice tackle for loss there. It's a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down coming up now for Lackawanna's offense. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Badgers on their way to, it's always a happy flight when you come back after a win, but they've been out here 2 weeks. I mean, you've spent 2 weeks out here on the East Coast, and it's going to be a really happy flight home ending your season this way. As Mills stutter steps, pushes up the gut, nowhere to go with it. He gets a couple of those yards back down to the 8-yard line. 3rd down and goal.
we were talking to a few of the players and coaches last night, and they've had a good time, right? They've enjoyed being out, but they're all ready to go home.
I'm sure.
It's just one of those things. You're just ready at the end of your trip.
Yeah, it's fun to be, it's fun to get out. They got to go to the Jets game. They've got to experience some cool things, a little bit of down. I heard I know the training staff got to see the Rockettes this week.
Oh, did they?
Which is a big deal.
Very cool, yeah.
So a very cool thing on that front is Tiberi avoids the sack, steps up, and he's going to go down. A combination of Badgers inside there, including Kanuka Williams. Caleb Miller in on the play again for Snow College. That'll bring up 4th down and goal now from the 14-yard line. So, again, Lackawanna gets in this position, Nate, and they just start going backwards.
It's really weird because they've run the ball, and they've run it really, really well. And then they have one run play that doesn't go for positive, and they completely go away from the run. I would keep running the ball. It's just working. It's just one play that didn't work. Just keep running the ball.
Stick with it, yeah.
Your running back's giving you 7-8 yards to carry this drive, and you stopped because he got stopped one time at the line of scrimmage.
So we'll have 4th down. Play clock hit 0. I think this is going to be a delay of game. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts. So, delay a game on Lackawanna. They had 1st and goal at the 10. It's now 4th and goal at the 20. Wow.
So our good buddy Gary Chittister just asked me a question about why are they missing 3 players. Do you know why they're missing those 3 receivers? Do you remember?
It's injuries for Lackawanna.
Is it?
That's what they said. Just each one had a different one. Warmed up this week and thought he could go. As Tiberi takes a shot at the end zone, it is broken up, incomplete, and the Badgers will take over on downs. Over on that far side, I want to say that was Colby Williams. Over on that far side as the defender. Badgers get the breakup and get the ball back at the 20-yard line. So 6:21 to go. Realistically, Nate, the way you've ran the football, you could run the clock out here with how much field space you have here.
You really could. It'd be interesting to see if Matt comes back in or not. He come up lame a little bit in that end of that last series. You don't want to hurt anyone, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You're up 37. Cannon Boswell. So the question is if Cannon's going to run, can he get you 4 and 5 yards to carry on this drive? And if so, then you can run the clock out.
Well, they've made a quarterback switch. Tui Taniela Fonua, who's gotten some good snaps this year, as the rain is starting to come down now. Boy, that is coming down out of nowhere. As we had rain in the game, right on cue, a bad snap. Taniela Fonua spins out of it, tries to get to the side, and will get brought down for a loss. So first snap in the rain, and it is a not so good one.
Well, I guess you're not going to run the clock out.
Boy, that is coming down. It's like sheets of water coming down from this angle that we have up here. Wow.
I don't know where it came from. I mean, it was snowing and raining a little bit as we were driving in. But
same, yeah.
But nothing like this.
One receiver to either side here for Fonua. See if this rain continues to affect the snap. That's a good snap. Good run here. Cannon Boswell will get the carry, and a good push from Boswell. Boy.
Nice.
You had 2nd down and 16. Cannon gets 8, 9 of that back. 3rd down and 7 here. I mean, look at how hard this is coming in. I mean, again, out of nowhere.
It's coming.
You texted me earlier today, are we out in the elements? And I said no. At least I was told no. Really glad that was true.
Well, because when we did the Monroe game,
we were up on the roof.
You're sitting on top of the roof, and I was like, if this was the same setup, that'd be cold. I just want to make sure I was wearing the right coat.
I'm glad we're inside, to say the least at this point. Boswell, nice run to the right side. He's going to get the first down and then some. Cannon. First down out past the 40. A flag comes flying in, though, right back at the 31-yard line.
Bummer, because that was a great juke move he did in the backfield to get open. Bummer.
Let's see what this ultimately causes. It's likely still going to be 3rd down either way, and this happened far enough downfield again that we'll see where they ultimately mark this off. As you want to talk about local kids, down sweat with the interception. Court Moon's played some good snaps tonight. Keegan Hall, and then now Cannon Boswell getting in on the mix. So really, It's a 2-yard loss, but you keep the down. So 3rd down and 9. We're at 4:38 to go as the rain continues to fall here in Scranton. Fanua takes the snap, gives to Boswell, sheds a tackle in the backfield, stays on his feet, and then ultimately gets driven backwards by a couple of Falcon defenders.
You have to be careful on that, too, if you're Lackawanna, because the whistle was blown and you were about the 12-yard line and pushed him all the way back to the 4 before you laid him into the turf, and you can get yourself a penalty doing that as well. So,
I believe this is just the second punt of the night for Jay Summers, as we're now under 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
And this will be interesting because you muff this right here, then you give life back to Lackawanna.
It's a good snap, a good catch from Summers. It's a low, winding kick, but it takes a good bounce. And that's a beautiful bounce. It goes out at about the 35. Great punt from Jay Summers.
Sure
Lackawanna's going to get it back at the 34-yard line, where they'll have 1st and 10, 3:31 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's been all Badgers up 37-0. And again, Nate, we've talked about this a lot, but you got to give Coach Erickson and the staff a ton of credit. You know, you lose those games the way you did. You're 3-4, and to come out, you knew you were going to beat Community Christian, but you use that as a launching pad for these last 2 games, honestly, right?
Yep.
It's like playing basketball. You just need to see one go in, and then suddenly the floodgates can open up, and that's certainly what's happened with this crew.
Well, and what's nice too is the kids that are going to be coming back next year can see that you can win it on a high note.
Yep.
So for next season, it just kind of keeps pushing into the next year, and so no, it's a good couple of wins this last 2 weeks.
Tabiri in shotgun now, takes the snap. It's going to be a run up the gut, a big hole, and a good gainer, and then some for Lackawanna out past the 49-yard line. Number 36, once again the carrier for the Lackawanna Falcons, Jeree Mills, who started to get something going for them on that last drive before it stalled out. Yeah, trips to the right, single receiver near side to the left. The handoff up the gut again to Mills. He's going to stutter step. He's going to run. And Dallin Sweat's ultimately going to be the one to bring him down. For the Badgers, it's a gain of 5. Under 3 to go in the ball game. As Lackawanna, again, Mark Duda's career comes to a close. Unfortunate that it'll come on a loss for them, but boy, what a career. Nate, I'm 30. I'll turn 31 in January. He's been doing this 32 years. That is something else. As the run goes up the right side and a massive hit up the gut. I believe that was Caleb Miller again. Or is that 80?
80.
That's number 80 for the Snow College Badgers coming up with that hit. Well, we don't have an 80 on defense. We got Stephon Sellers on offense. I don't have an 80 on my roster for defense.
That's a bummer because he laid in
that was a hit. That was a hit. 3rd down and 3 now. 2:06 to go, and this will take us
to that 2-minute.
An official 2-minute timeout. We'll take it as well. It's a Central Valley Medical Center timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit CentraCom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of CentraCom.
Funny.
3rd down coming up here after the 2-minute timeout. Tanner Wilkinson, Nate Johnson with you. We'll have our post-game show coming up. We were just joking off the air. Whenever Greg Sterner is on a call, we always play Guess What's in Greg's Head for the player of the game. Well, Greg's not here, and Nate and I unanimously came to an agreement on who our Sanpete Steel Man of the game is going to be. As the handoff goes to Mills, spins out of it left side, gets met, and then driven back as boy Mills just kept churning. It's going to be close. They're going to say shy of the 1st down, 4th and inches here. If you're Lackawanna, you might as well go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You have to.
Just trying to get on the board. With 1:37 remaining in the ball game. But crazy how much injuries can affect a team. An offense that scored 37 in Ephraim is going to score no points as the home team. And again, they're coming off a short week, too. Both these teams coming off short weeks. We didn't talk about that in the pregame show. As Tiberi's going to hand it off, and Mills, oh, no, he slips and goes down. And so that will be a turnover on downs. The Badgers.
It's not.
Oh, they gave him the first down. Wow, where have I been? They gave him the first down, and the handoff to Mills as he loses 2 yards. They did end up moving the sticks.
They did.
So we'll bring up 2nd and 12. 1 minute remaining here in quarter number 4. It's going to be a run to Mills again, left side. Gets back to that line of scrimmage at the 40-yard line. For as long as that third quarter was, Nate, it's been a quick fourth quarter. Neither side's used a timeout in the second half.
Correct. Yep, so the clock's just been running quite a bit. Timeout, or the penalties have been limited. Neither team's really passed the ball, so it's just the clock's just been running.
3rd down and 9. As we got about a 11-second difference between game clock and play clock.
And the way Lackawanna's running their offense right now, they're kind of just letting the clock run out.
Yep. Tiberi's got his hands in his hand warmer. I think the rain has at least calmed down. I'm not saying it's completely gone, but went from torrential to that is the fall forward there from Mills, and that is going to do it. The Snow College Badgers will end the regular season on a 3-game winning streak. They defeat Lackawanna for the second time this season tonight by a score of 37-0. The Badgers finished the regular season at 6-4. We'll come back and talk about how this game went on our post-game show next. Give away that Sanpete Steel Man of the Game on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. CentraCom, Channel 10, and SnowTV. Your final score, Snow College 37, Lackawanna 0.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Hey, what does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. Well, all humor aside, a little plaque can be deadly. Let Dr. Colton Douglas at Douglas Dentistry make sure that a little plaque doesn't cause you a major health concern. Your good health is dependent on good dental hygiene, so make a call today and make sure you get to show off that awesome smile for years to come. Call Douglas Dentistry's new phone number, 435-258-9001, 435-258-9001.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Sanpete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
My art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style checking account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium feature lets me stay focused in bringing color to the world. Open a new checking account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Final score here from Scranton. It's Snow College 37 and Lackawanna 0 as the Badgers finish the season on a 3-game winning streak and at 6-4. Tanner Wilkinson and Nate Johnson with you to wrap this one up. Well, a successful trip, Nate, for the Badgers. You go 2-0, 2 dominating, convincing wins. Lackawanna played Snow to a pretty good game back in Ephraim, and just enough had changed that for Lackawanna personnel-wise, that the Badgers were able to take advantage of that tonight. And you got to be feeling good if you're Coach Erickson the way this thing's come to a close.
What I loved most was that this game was won by the offense from a scoring perspective, whereas Monroe, I felt like it was more defense and special teams. I felt like this Badger team played more of a traditional type of win. The defense did their job, offense scored the touchdowns.
Yeah.
And that gives me hope, because I felt like the offense was never consistent all year, right? You'd see light and then a lot of mistakes, and then you'd see a little bit of life. Here I felt like things were pretty consistent on the offensive end all night long, and I liked to see that. It was a pretty well-executed game.
Oh, without question. Once again, your final score 37-0. I do have some final Matt Wilson numbers, by the way. Spoiler alert, he's our steal man of the game.
Yeah, it kind of has to be.
No question about it. Had 200 yards rushing at halftime. He ended up at 298.
I was wondering if he'd hit the 300.
He had 301 gained, but had one loss of 3. So, 298 and 3 scores. That is that's phenomenal.
I would be absolutely shocked if he was not the NJCAA Player of the Week.
Oh, without question. And a cool thing that was being held here, they're honoring Coach Duda here one last time. Again, 32 years as the head coach here at Lackawanna, and has just done some phenomenal things during his time out here in Scranton, and coached that's a lot of players to come through your program, and a lot of good players.
Yeah, if you think 32 years and roughly 70 players a year. Yeah, you've seen a lot of players.
And people are used to revolving doors in college athletics these days. It's always been that way at the junior college level, because you just have the 2 years. And so that's certainly been something like that. But let's go back real quick to Matt Wilson. Sanpete still man of the game. They're given to a player, makes tough, gritty plays that change the momentum of the game. That was certainly Matt, as he continued to just make play after play for the Badgers on the ground. 298 yards on 27 carries, finished at that 11 yards per carry mark. His long was a run of 45 yards.
Nice.
So just a great game for Matt, great way for him to end his season and his career. He's a sophomore, so his final regular season game as a Snow College Badger.
Yeah, even with the criticisms of the fumbles, right, you can't ask a player to be more productive than that. Good for Matt. Like, he had a great game, and honestly, the games that he's played and when he's had to come in clutch, he's done his job.
Yeah.
And I take my hat off, and I wish him the best wherever he may go.
Yeah. Same for any of these other Badgers that are going to have chances to play at the next level and keep those careers going. Football's meant to be fun, and the last couple games, I think these guys have had fun and had a good time, and a big shout out again to this coaching staff for getting these guys prepped and ready to go, and practicing in weird places on the road, and having a short week and flight delays, all kinds of hiccups and whatnot.
That's it. I mean, you're getting some practice on some random high school field.
Yeah.
The kids are, we were out 9:00 last night in the main lobby of getting something to eat, and you got the offensive players in there. They're still doing study hall. I mean, it is not easy to be an athlete in the collegiate level and keep up on your grades and time and all that. So I take my hat off to the coaching staff.
My wife's got a couple players in her class this semester, and she was just talking about how they have been on top of things, reaching out and letting her know, hey, we're going to be gone during this time. Can we get ahead on some things, or what can we do to keep in mind of that? In fact, ran into one of them after the game last week, and he said, "Where's Teach?" Because she said she was coming out. She was on Broadway while we were calling the game, and I had to kind of break the disappointing news to him there. But
I love it.
No, it was a great trip for the Badgers. Great to go 2-0, and great, Nate, to end the season on a 3-game skid. So, Nate, good to be with you, my man. It was good to be on the headset again. That was a lot of fun. Fantastic camera work, and hey, you guys fly back safe and make it back safe.
I appreciate the invite, Tanner. You and Joe let me do this with you. I quite enjoy it. I know I don't get out much, But I really do appreciate it when you let me do it.
Oh, absolutely. As this regular season comes to a close, a lot of people to thank, of course, Coach Erickson for all his time that he gives us for weekly interviews and getting those out and taking time. Zach is such a good interview. And I don't just say that as we see the rain really – what a good shot.
You like that?
What a great shot. My goodness, that is prime YouTube content at this point.
Call me Picasso.
Yeah, I was at an art museum earlier today, and, they might need to hang that in the Louvre.
Yeah, they might.
Louvre? I always pronounce it wrong. But big shout-out to Coach Erickson, all the great work that he does and taking time out to speak with Badger Nation and the great job he does with these kids and making them continue to be good leaders and good men. Major shout-out to Athletic Director Karen Johnson in her first season. Getting into a conference. You got to be feeling like a proud husband, getting your wife getting the Badgers into a conference in year one.
It was all me. It had nothing to do with her. It was all me. Shout out to her. She works her tail off, right? She has some big shoes to fill following Rob Nilsson,
right,
who's done a fantastic job with this program. And she's trying to do everything she can to continue that legacy, and she works her tail off. So, yeah.
Oh, major shout out to Karen. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. This has just been a blast to be behind the mic at my alma mater. I'm a hometown Ephraim kid, and this is just a great thing. Major shout out to our director of broadcasting, Mr. Joe Williams. He's also filling big shoes. You don't want to talk get with Gary Chittister retiring. Gary did it longer than Rob did it in the athletic department. So a major shout out to Joe and getting his feet wet and getting these things all sorted out for us. And it's not done. We still got hoops to cover. We still got a ways to go. A busy fall season in Badger sports, and fun part is there's more to come.
More to come.
So
stay tuned in.
Absolutely. We appreciate. Also want to give a shout out to Jeremy Landon, our correspondent back at KMTI, for making sure we got on the air on those wavelengths on 650 and AM and 95.1 FM. Well, that's your final score here from Scranton, Pennsylvania. The Electric City, the Snow College Badgers, 37, Lackawanna 0. My name is Tanner Wilkinson. You've been watching and listening to Junior College Football on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV. So long and good night from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
You've been listening to live Snow College Badger sports action on KMTI, the sports leader in South Central Utah. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us again for Snow College Badger sports on KMTI.